there beyond the stars. Oh, and I travel the world for you to find out where you
Wasn't he showing my
Hi, we're live and we just closed that one.
Oh God! Hello, everybody.
So, hi everybody, we're back for our third episode of Masks of Nyarlathotep, our Call of Cthulhu long-running campaign with our Call of Cthulhu crew, and we are not dead yet, and we are not all the way crazy.
Yet.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Well, that
At
being
least that's
said,
what I tell my
I have
psychiatrist.
live dynamic stats on every character now, and Rosa is the most sane.
What?
Somehow, yeah. But she's got the most to lose.
Oh yeah.
You've
Yeah.
got the farthest to fall.
Listen,
I'm honestly going to be very surprised if Sidney makes it out of Peru alive at this rate.
So, in the background, you're going to be hearing Syrinscape, because Syrinscape does amazing audio, and they've got the entire Masks of Nyarlathotep campaign mapped out or audioed out for us, and that's what we're going to be using. And we're using it through their online version of the player, where we can bounce it around, but things like that. So check them out at Syrinscape.com. They're not a sponsor, but they do amazing stuff, so really check them out. You can help our players out, myself included, by donating to the channel. Every dollar donation, every dollar donation or per 100 bits, I think gives us luck or sanity. No, just luck.
Just luck.
Just luck.
However, we might, just luck, and gifted subs give you a choice of luck, sanity, or a tick box.
Yes. So, dollar. Yeah. So a dollar donation or 100 bits or the channel's redemption, essentially gives us a little bit of luck to the person that you're donating to. If you subscribe to the channel, everybody gets a choice between either luck or sanity with that D6, or if you give sub, it's luck, sanity, or a experience tick box, which is not easy to get for those really, really low skilled items on your character sheet. So very beneficial. What else is happening here? We've got something else maybe.
We are using the
Lovecraft
maps kindly, lovingly supplied to us by LoveMaps. They've got a Patreon now as well, but have a look for them on Roll20. Not Roll20, on Drive-Thru RPG.
Thank you for the sanity, Omega TV.
No, I want to make these people insane. I want to kill them. Wait, no, I don't. Character art.
Character art.
Well, character art's also us costuming, so it's costing us too. Thank you for the subscription, Omega. That is everybody. You get to choose sanity or luck for a D6 roll.
As I said, I've just worked out how to do live stats. Like I can see everyone's sanity, and some people actually might want their sanity, especially with what potentially could go on tonight.
Try to tell us something?
I'm about to say on the...
No, yes.
Oh, good.
I mean, I'll take one sanity.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for anyone who needs sanity.
And if you, and if you're unfamiliar with Call of Cthulhu, luck is a resource which we spend on making rolls. Sanity is a resource which we just go down on, or it goes downhill and we get more and more insane. So yeah, that's a whole thing in itself.
I'm sane as heck right now.
It's a health pool that doesn't regenerate. Have fun.
I'm
Yeah.
about 50-50 on both, so I'm just going to go into sanity right now. With my roll.
Okay.
All of 3.
Not bad.
I mean, I rolled a 1. Don't complain.
Yeah. I'm 63 and 67 on both, so I'm about, as I said, about the same on both. So
You know, I've got dirty amounts of both sanity and luck right now.
so
I
we
am
push
at
you forward.
52 luck and 56 sanity.
Yeah. We're not always.
Hey, are we showing off our great stats?
No.
No, we're saying
know
how
what
close
yours
we are to
93
death.
sanity.
I know what yours is. But yes, we have LoveMaps mapping. LoveMaps Cthulhu maps who have donated all the maps for their campaign. They have some really great revisits on the standard maps that work amazing for virtual tabletop systems. You can check them out in DriveThruRPG. That's LoveMaps Cthulhu. They've done a really good job on these maps to grid them up and to just make them fit into the virtual tabletop systems. So I think that's about it. Shall we do our introductions?
Yes, you should.
It's that time.
I think you said my name.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Phoenix. Tonight I am playing Alejandro Garcia, our local guide and explorer extraordinaire who has been busy stabbing corpses and watching them wiggle. And dismembering them in the backyard and performing little rituals, normal stuff. Yeah.
Eon?
Hi, I'm Eon, and I'm playing Sidney Tyson, our archaeologist who's responsible for burning a dismembered corpse in the backyard after it got back up and threw our guide into a wall. And for some reason, people were saying that I was doing something crazy when it kept getting back up.
Hi, my name's Karsh Goblin, and I'm playing Sergeant Jack Hunt, who had no involvement in any of that. I was in a debate about mutilating another body, which we ended up just dumping in the bushes somewhere in the city. Mercy?
Oh, my name is CestCaitlin or Cat. I am your very much distressed nurse at the moment. I've had to do some awful things to a man's GI system. I'm a little bit probably still a bit drunk, honestly. I've been sipping at the hooch to compensate, and you know what? They left me a present in my bed that I didn't quite want.
It's better than a little chocolate or mint on your pillow.
Yeah, some people like to put a little mint on the pillow. They put a little bit of a head on my pillow. Like, okay.
They're upping their service game.
It's something.
Yeah.
They're looking for 5 stars on screen on Yelp.
Yeah.
Yowza! The 1920s version of Yelp.
Nice.
Oh yeah, so thank you for lodging with us. We left a head on your pillow. Oh, a natural head.
Yeah. Oh, how great! I've wanted a souvenir from Peru.
Hunting
You
trophy.
get that back through customs.
You know, we're gonna find out.
All right, this is what the game comes to. Sorry, Snoozy.
I'm Snoozy, and I'm playing the magnificent Mentirosa, and she is known the world round, or maybe just in Eastern New England, for being the preeminent medium to the spirit world, which is why so far when bodies seem to be moving around on their own, and things are being very weird lately. These last 24 hours, I've been pretty chill. I've been like helping everybody out, and you know, I've not been stressing it, you know, because like, listen, we've all like taken like a bladder filled with air and like squeezed it underneath the table to make an old widow's skirt go up, and therefore prove the existence of the spirit world, right? We've all been there. Relatable content. So I'm just going along with whatever this is.
You want to give your compliments to the producer?
Okay.
I think that's my turn. Hello, I'm MrLiveProducer. I will be your keeper for this evening and tormentor of the rest of these people. Because I had some ideas when I was doing VR last night.
Oh, no.
Oh no, trust me, they are evil, sadistic, and cruel. And coming to you probably this week and next week.
You can keep them, your ideas. You don't have to. You can sit
I
on
love
them.
them. I love ideas. Ideas
Whatever you
make me
want with
happy.
them.
Anyway, speaking of which, and yes,
Put them in a box.
Is everyone else ready to start?
Let's kill it.
Well, on
literally.
that fine note.
I was going to say, let's kill it. Well, how can you kill something that's not dead?
Apparently
With a
we
lot
don't
of
know.
fire.
Fire.
Yeah,
Fire.
Fire is
Yeah.
good.
Fire. Sure.
fire is good. With all else fails, atomization.
In the 1920s. Yeah, it's going to work. All right. Well, if everyone's ready, let's
Look, I'm
begin.
sure I can find Oppenheimer.
Sure, you probably could. All right. Last time at Masked Nyarlathotep, Sergeant Jack Hunt, Sidney Tyson, Alejandro Garcia, Aveline Baker, Tatiana Petrovna, and the magnificent Mentirosa having rescued Professor Sanchez from a fate worse than death. A large, thick, white, bulbous-like maggot-like creature was extracted from Professor Sanchez after he was forced to vomit it up by our lovely nursey, Aveline Baker. After sealing a maggot in the pickle jar, the investigators were then attacked by the decapitated body of dead Mendoza. With an extreme lucky roll, not that I'm shirty or anything, the investigators ended up dismembering the body and putting the head in the oven. A perfect place to put a head. Professor Sanchez, worried about his student Trinidad Rizzo, told the investigators to hurry to her lodging to discover that she had dealt with the person stalking her using the Golden Ward as a club. As the night goes on, bodies were dumped, information gathered from the final confessions of Gaspar Figueroa, and the magnificent Mentirosa having been reminded from the book she carries of a prophecy and the head of their Mendoza being stolen from the oven. In our lovely words, where is the head? As the investigators walk back to their hotel rooms, plans are made not to tell Larkin what happened to de Mendoza and to continue on with the plans for the expedition to the cursed pyramid high in the Andes. As Aveline Baker enters her room, she finds the decapitated head of de Mendoza and she screams.
Ah!
There we go. Roll me a sanity check, please.
Coming in hot.
Wow.
I would love to. Nothing good. Yeah, that's right.
Everybody hears a scream, or just her?
Just her.
Oh, whoop, sorry.
Let me tell you, I'm not gonna spend the luck on that one because I feel like that's well deserved.
Okay, and you roll 1d, and I'm going to roll a d6 for you.
Hey, if you could roll below a 5, that'd be swell. Thank you.
Why?
You gotta put that energy out into the universe sometimes to like hex your GM a little bit, you know? You're like, no.
Thank you, Praven Wolf, for the follow.
Oh, thank you for the follow.
I think there's a cauldron around here somewhere if we want to work on hexing our G.
No, please don't. Okay, so you take 1 point sanity loss as the head starts to twitch and blink.
I look around.
Nursey, what's wrong? Are you decent?
help, and I'm looking around for like a book or maybe like a blunt object, because I'm like you get a spider, like I'm gonna roll up a newspaper and just start smacking the head. Like, there's a head in here. And I just
Besides your own.
You hear this voice coming from the head. Lips aren't moving, but the word matter, M-A-T-A-R, is whispering on the wind.
M-A-T-E-R.
Yes. If you want to roll me a Spanish language, you can understand what it means.
To kill?
First open the door.
I don't have Spanish. I'm coming in with that British privilege. I know one language.
I think M-A-T-A-R is to kill.
So
okay, so who comes into the room? Okay.
Sydney's still like at the front desk, having just heard the scream, so she'll come in a moment. But she's like basically already told the hotel staff, "Oh, don't worry about it. My friend found a spider. I'll go help." Ran up.
Yes, she did smell a little bit of the local vodka. Yes, stay away from that. That stuff kills.
That local Peruvian vodka.
Kills, huh?
Hey, don't knock back, Cub Hooch.
I'm just like freaking out, dancing around it, like, oh god, like I've still got the thing, it's not moving. I'm just like, it's still here, like just like starting to cry a little bit.
Okay.
And I just want to sleep.
All right. What's Sergeant Jack Hunt doing?
So did you say it was
Bursting weapons ready.
M-A-T-A-R or E-R? I'm sorry.
A-R.
A-R. Okay, good. That's what I thought.
What was that?
Bursting weapons ready. What's going on? Well,
You see Nursey slightly... Best way to describe it is if Nursey was attacked by spiders, she's treating the head like she'll treat a spider. Running around going, ah! Or a cockroach. And you see the decapitated head of De Mendoza on the bed. But you don't see it winking or doing anything. Just the head on the bed.
It talked. It said where.
Haven't I told you not to collect things?
I didn't want this collectible. I wanted something nicer, like maybe a purse. Some
It's
shoes.
not a purse. It's not what you... How are you going to get that through customs?
I don't want it.
This is not a hunting trophy.
Why'd you collect it?
It's not...
It was here. It was in my room. Hey,
Have I caught up with this?
Yep.
It said something about Matterhorn or some, I don't know, and I'm just like, I'm using the nose paper to like poke at it. Is it bleeding, by the way, onto my sheets? Because that's disgusting.
No blood.
It's not even it's like
a
been
white
very-
fat-like secretion is coming from the head.
Oh, this is gonna stain something horrible.
You're the one that brought it
Alright.
in here.
I didn't
At
bring
that
it.
point,
That's
who's
Mendoza's neck.
yes, it's
I'm
Mendoza.
not going to get a...
Who's in the room now? Okay, everyone's in the room. Okay, roll me a sanity check, please.
Sure, I need to go a little crazier.
Yeah.
Can I count the one that I already rolled by accident?
No.
All right, that's fine.
All right.
I think from now on she needs to
Oh,
get
instead of a success, I get a heart success.
She needs to roll twice, I think. And get, like, penalties.
Boy, I'm so
It's just
sad.
92 is just too much.
So, how many points of sanity do I lose?
No, I don't want that one. Although fighting the decapitated head of De Mendoza wasn't an idea I had last night. But I'm not that evil.
I mean, this is the same head we've seen has some sort of.
I look over to Jack and I'm like, Jack, if you can get this, if you can dispose of this.
If you succeeded, nothing. If you failed, one.
Sidney would actually kind of step forward before, if Jack hasn't moved yet, go, hold on. This is the hat. This is the head that went missing from the other. How did it get here?
He stole it.
No, I didn't. And now I'm starting to beat Jack with the newspaper. I didn't steal it. It was in
Pull gun
room.
straight to the.
Just like you see, like her reel the newspaper, like.
Sidney's gonna look at Jack and go, "Oh, correct me if I'm wrong, dear, but wasn't the nurse either with you the entire time, or treating the patient while the head got stolen?"
I was focusing on cooking the tea. You ran off the head. I don't know.
And then you left the room, the nurse was in the room with you, and then the window got broken.
No. You stole it.
No.
Are you really this? We were all in the room and then we heard glass shatter. What more do you want? It could not have been the nurse. She was beside you.
Could I get everyone to roll spot hidden? Look in the head, please.
Look in the head. Thanks.
Sure.
Oh man.
Oh,
hard.
really? That's not
What
what you
am I
want.
rolling?
Hard success. I'm like poking
Why am
at
I
it
rolling
now
again?
with my newspaper. Like,
When
someone
do we
come
get to
get
count
off
our
my
little
head.
check boxes?
Anytime you pass
Yeah, all right. Aveline Baker, you see the
I
head
did-
start to.
Oh.
You see, you and Alejandro, you see the head twitch and the eyes are blinking, and the mouth is opening.
It's still
Alejandro,
alive.
all you see is an eye blink.
That's enough. I'm going and grabbing a pillow and taking the case off.
Get it out of my room. I just wanted to sleep. I know he's alive. And I just start smacking the head. Be dead. You're not even attached to a body.
I'm gonna take a
Actually-
handkerchief, and you're telling me the mouth's moving. I'm gonna stuff the handkerchief in the mouth to make it harder for the thing to move its mouth.
And
I don't want to know what it can do.
yes, thank you for reminding me, because I'm going to be a bastard to you guys right now.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
Ready.
Did you say it was speaking?
I said
It
something
wasn't.
about tomatoes. I don't know. I don't speak
Matar?
Spanish really. It
Ma-
sounds right.
Mata?
All right.
It all kind of sounds
that
the
a
same.
Is
Egyptian?
Alejandro here to speaking?
Nope.
Is that Egyptian?
It's Egyptian.
Definitely
Spanish. If I just know that in
Oh,
Spanish, I still have to
good!
go for it.
Is he doing magics?
Okay, so what's been done with the body?
I'm putting
Oh,
the
What's
head,
done with the head? Sorry.
I'm putting the head in the sack.
Okay. And the mouth is stuffed with a handkerchief, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Makes a lot of sense.
So now what are you
Alright.
going to do? We're going to throw it out the window?
Yeah, remove it from
No.
my room, please.
I'm going to burn it.
Oh,
Open the window. Out.
can you wait? Wait until one of us
Wait,
gets
why
down there.
are we burning this? This
I
seems
didn't-
like
no, just throw it out the window.
something we can communicate with, surely. Don't we want to
Before,
communicate?
after it explains why we deserve to die. Do you expect it to cooperate nicely with us? We did burn the rest of its
Have we
body.
tried speaking to it politely?
Alejandro, just take it out and do what you need to do. Just not in my room, please.
He's already walking.
You're,
Yeah, Sidney's behind. Hey, Rosa,
All right, who's in the head right now?
I'm
we
in
wish
the
to.
hallway.
If you
with
can
the
think
head.
of a way to make a dismembered head. I'm following Alejandro.
Okay, everyone who's near the head right now, please roll me a luck check.
Are you feeling lucky? Not
Bonk.
you.
Luck check? Oh, good. Good. Another roll to fail.
No, that's all right.
Critical
That's
fail.
all right.
Good.
Critical fail wins. All losers. All right, Alejandro, as
Father
you
of
pick up the
men.
head and trying to move it, you suddenly stop. You don't know what happens, but you are now in a giant pyramid-like structure. And now,
He's in Egypt.
and as you are in what seems to be a walking dream, could I get you to roll me a spot hidden, please? As you hear something in front of you.
Nope. I don't want to see it.
Don't want to pass? Want to spend that luck?
Sure, you can
You
spend
sure you
some
want to
luck.
spend that luck?
Yeah, I'll spend the luck.
Oh, don't let him peer pressure you.
Yes.
I'm
My
going to
job is
say that you
done.
generally don't want to see things in Call of Cthulhu.
Yes, I will spend the luck.
Okay. As your eyes get accustomed to the dark, giant pyramid, you feel yourself starting to fly inside the pyramid. You pass a few tunnels of the labyrinth. You see golden inlay around the walls with a gap where some has been removed for some strange odd reason. A pool of fat and filth, and you slide, and somehow through this small crack in the wall, you pass through the wall, and you end up face to face with a. Best way to describe it is a big, giant, fat monster with tentacles and teeth. As it crawls around on the floor, drinking fat, which is dripping from the roof. Can I get you to roll me a sanity check, please?
That's a whole lot of nope.
Oh,
Because you spent the luck before, you can pass that sanity check.
They give him the same benefit of the luck from that roll too.
Yes. Because you spent the luck, and I said, you know what? He did that, so yeah. So you guess that luck for this one. You understand what this is. You understand that this is potentially be the creature controlling the Cardassian. And you would also I said I was going to be nice. I was going to give you a mania that you always have to stay clean.
Okay.
Now that's because I said you pass the sanity check. It's an idea. Do you want to have the mania that you would always want to be clean and
Yes.
and that? Okay, so we'll give you a mania that you have a phobia that you always want to stay clean or as clean as possible.
All right.
A mania, sorry. Okay. And that being said, you hear Sidney, as you are just trying to get through to Alejandro, he's just standing there muttering to himself in Spanish. And it'd be Spanish for maggots.
Google search.
So Gusanos. Gusanos.
Gusanos.
Gusanos.
Gusanos.
Gusanos.
Gusanos.
Gusanos.
All right. And for you,
Uh,
it feels, for Phoenix, it feels like an hour's passed, but it's only like a couple of seconds. What's Eon doing? Oh, sorry, what's Phoenix? What is Sidney doing? I'll get
If
around
Sidney
this.
sees Alejandro off, just like in the middle of the hallway, basically,
Mm.
she'd probably bump into him. And then
All
be
right,
like,
and that will be enough to jolt Alejandro out of this vision, as it were. Also, because this is something I wrote down last night, Alejandro, could Did you read the final confessions of were you in the room with the final confessions of Garcia Figueroa last night or last session?
No,
Did you-
they read that when they were at the other place, weren't they?
No, they came back to Sanchez's place to read it.
Oh, yes, I was there. I was just sitting
Okay.
on the back, but yeah.
Okay, with that information you just got from the vision and the information from the Golden Ward, could I get you to roll me a natural world roll for me, please? With bonus because you are the local area's guide.
There it is. The bonus. Bonus helped.
The bonus really helped. All right.
Bonus came through.
Yes. You know where this is. You know, having seen the pyramid and hearing in the final confessions of Gaspar Figueroa, you understand that the pyramid is located not only in the southern highlands of the Andes, but you have a rough idea where it is. So you know where the
Ballpark.
pyramid is. You'd have a ballpark figure. Okay. What's Sidney doing now that Phoenix
If Alejandro's-
is awake?
She would kind of look at Alejandro and go, is everything all right? You suddenly stopped there.
Let us get rid of this head, and then we can discuss the rest.
Absolutely. Do you require any additional materials? I have a lighter and matches, and I think a little bit of alcohol if you want for a fire starter.
Do you have a car?
Not here, no. Unfortunately, I could potentially ask the hotel if I can rent one. If they have one for rent.
Actually, I'm sure I probably have a car, don't I? I live here.
Yeah, you live here. You have a way
You
to
most likely
move
do.
around.
Very well.
I take it you would not like to do this
At
behind the
mo-
hotel?
You hear
Yes,
one
but
of
I have another idea.
the hotel staff coming up the stairs.
I'll just have a pillowcase with a head in it. You know, it's just a pillowcase with a thing. A lump.
The lumpy butt pillow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the hotel staff comes up to you. Oh, the pillow's not to Sir's liking. Would you like me to get a new one? And makes a movement to actually reach for their head. Reach for the pillowcase.
No. It's good. I needed to take something to my car, and this worked.
Oh, okay. Well, could you please bring the pillowcase back?
Of course.
Thank you. Is there anything else I can do to help, or are you all good?
We are adequate. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, I must go and check on the other members of your party. I see that the Russian has already gone to bed and passed out for the night. Yes, she did smell of vodka. Did she had some of the local
I would be
vodka,
surprised
did
if
she?
she's... Yes, I'd be surprised if she smelled of anything else after how much she drank.
Yes. Well, I'll make sure to leave some water and some other stuff that can help with headaches and hangover cures. But the way that she looks
Those
and
kind of-
sitting out, I don't think they will be awake for a while.
Do you have any coca leaves?
Coca leaves?
Yeah.
I can check in the kitchen to make sure. Was there anything I can do there? May I ask, inquire the reason why?
I am a Marin. It is custom.
Say no more. You would assume that you can find... would you like them now, or would you like them left in your hotel room?
If I can get some now, that would be good.
Okay. Could you please follow me to the kitchen? And the hotel staff will lead you to the kitchen, spend about a couple of minutes and try to find some coca leaves for you. And pass them to you.
Sidney's just... Sidney's just vaguely following Alejandro. She has no idea what he's doing, but she does not want him to be alone.
You know what? I'm following Sidney.
I'm
that
stripping
being
my
said,
bed. It's nasty. It's got fat on it.
if you have, there is a bell pull on near the bedroom, so you can call another member of hotel staff to come and either move you out of the room or change the bed.
Aveline,
I'll pull it.
you can stay in my room. I'll sleep on the floor. And just make sure you're safe.
It should be fine, I think. I really, it's more, at this point, I would like some cleaner sheets. These are filthy and disgusting at this point. In fact, if they burnt them, I would feel best about it, to be honest. And I'm sure you've already touched your sheets, which that means they're no-go.
I haven't even gone into my room yet.
Oh. Well, if it's no imposition.
Of course, it's an imposition. I'll be sleeping on the floor. Yeah,
that's what I mean. As if it's no trouble for you to sleep on the floor, I would be more than happy to take your bed.
As you're discussing this point, another hotel worker comes up to the room.
Says, no, this is not an engagement.
Oh, how can we help? Oh.
It seems that something was spilt on my bed or something. I'm not sure what happened here, but I came in and the sheets were a mess. I've kind of bowled them at the end of the room. If you could just maybe remove those and reset this, that would be...
Of course. Now, we do have a spare room that you may sleep in tonight if you wanted your own room, or as we can bring in a spare bed into your companion's bedroom for tonight.
I just look over at him. I don't mind.
We do have a couple of double bedrooms around available.
I don't mind sleeping by myself. I'm perfectly adequate at defending myself, but
Okay, yes, if you'd like to follow me, we would show you to another room, and hopefully this will not diminish your experience here at our lovely hotel.
Oh, well, thank you so much. And Jack, thank you for your offer, but I do appreciate my privacy. It's a lady thing, and you won't understand that, and that's okay.
I know you like flashing your games around, but look.
You know me, throwing around them games 24/7. Yeah, sure.
Just be safe.
She'll walk away, and then as she walks away, you'll just see she lifts up the skirt a little bit. It's an ankle, and she's like, "Ooh," and then leaves.
Ooh, it's a game party.
Legs.
Everyone's invited. Ooh.
I think I'm still feeling the tequila a little bit. This is nice. Just walking away.
Yes, and it takes a minute or so, and you're shown to a different room, and yeah, so you are now. Is there anything you want to do before you sleep for the night, or are you all good for the moment?
I just go through my nighttime routine, scrub down, fold everything, put it away, and then I go get into the century appropriate moo and I go, oh, bedtime. Lock the door, bedtime. Oh.
Okay, and is there anything Jack Hunt is going to be doing tonight?
Cleaning weapons, make sure they're all loaded, make sure everything's good, make sure the windows are secure, the whole works, go through it, all bits and pieces, make sure there's no body parts, just in case. Yeah, the fun parts, fun bits. That's about it.
Yeah, the bed's fine.
Yeah.
For you have a little chocolate mint on your pillow.
Yeah, I'm still not eating that.
I'm so upset. I want a chocolate mint. I got a head.
The room that you were moved into, there was no chocolate mint. They weren't expecting to use that tonight. So, again, early century. Chocolate mint was usually kept for the high-paying visitors. And that's could actually show you how much Larkin is actually trying to buddy you up.
I don't know why he's doing it to me.
Okay, well, you potentially sleeping for tonight. Okay, and so what is Phoenix, Eon, and I'm sorry, what is Sidney, Alejandro, and the magnificent Mentirosa doing tonight now?
Going to my car.
Okay, you get to the car. You driving somewhere. You just open the boot and picking something up.
Well, driving somewhere, but first, Sidney, can you drive for a moment? Alejandro walks up behind the wheel, puts the head right under the wheel. Can you drive a couple of times?
Just a few.
My pleasure.
That's what I thought you were going to do.
That's what I thought too, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Okay, is oh, I did not see this coming.
I didn't see that coming.
I thought he was
fair.
I was like, yeah.
This thing has apparently been speaking to people, and it has no vocal cords. I'm not sure if its skull and or mandible being crushed will change anything about the amount to which it can communicate with people.
This is the person that says they can communicate with the dead.
It makes
You're not
me,
here.
Yeah, you're asleep.
It makes me feel better.
Listen, sometimes I'm
Okay.
like, let's commune with the dead. Sometimes I'm like, that's BS.
You know what, Sidney? I'll get you to do a driving check for me, please, because you're driving over ahead.
Sure.
Not moving, but drive check.
Hey,
Oh, darn it.
drive.
Dang it, I actually have 40 in drive. What the heck?
I know. As you start to drive towards the head, no one's actually holding it there, so it unnaturally starts to move away.
Can I try driving?
You know what? If it's moving away, Sydney's basically going to stop, look at Alejandro and go, is that rolling downhill?
No, it's rolling uphill. Wait, I'm not there. I'm going back.
Is it rolling uphill?
Go to the boot. Time to get the tire iron.
Old trusty, as I like to call him.
All right.
Sydney's going to get out of the car, look at this and go like, yeah, no.
Yep, going
Okay.
to use the tire iron.
right,
Alejandro,
okay.
I don't know. Sorry, go ahead.
Alejandro, I'll get you to roll a brawl, please.
Brawl the head in a bag. Yeah, it better be a hard success.
Happy to help punch the head. Oh, but I
All
don't.
right, you
Pinata, anyone?
sufficiently pinata the head.
All right. Alejandro, I know you were planning to drive somewhere. Sorry. Apologies.
What
I'll stop.
doesn't drop from? There's no blood from the head because, well, but it starts doing this squelchy, popping noises, and it starts to have an overwhelming stink of rancid fat.
Lovely. All right. I know we were planning to potentially take this somewhere, Alejandro, but perhaps we can just find a local dumpster and burn it.
I have a more remote, a more private location.
Any industrial level laundries in town, or perhaps we can find out from the establishment of our inn where they send their laundry out to. What I'm saying is there any lie about?
Oh.
It is a good idea, but I was just going to take it to my house and burn it there.
Fair
That is
enough.
acceptable? Do we think it's going to make it there is my question, since it appears to continuously move. How far is your
I
house from
think
here?
the amount of damage that Alejandro did with that brawl attack, you move it around and it squelches. I don't think there is a head left in there anymore. If there is, it's half broken.
Fair enough.
And
Never
we've
mind, I
never
withdraw my
seen
objection.
any of these things come back together or regain.
Yes, we did.
We have?
No, you haven't.
We
You
saw
haven't
an attempt to.
You
Oh, I
saw
thought
it
we
come
saw an
back to
attempt
life
before we burned it.
and
We saw
attack you, but we
individual
didn't actually
pieces
see it.
move around, but we've never seen broken apart pieces.
You haven't seen it reassemble, no.
Okay.
Reassemble. Okay.
Well, just keep it on the floorboard and watch it. And if we need to, we can pull over and give it another treatment and get to the house.
Sounds like a plan. Just one
Okay.
moment, though.
Mhm.
Sidney would like to take the time to, because she's fired off like 6 or 7 shots. So her gun is not empty, like she's reloaded it, but she's going to want to take the time to, like, while she's in the car, reload that clip that she spent and make sure she has as much ammo as possible ready.
Okay.
The other simply
Alright.
dumped the body in the alleyway. I don't trust it not to attack us.
Are you going to drive near where you dumped the body earlier?
Feel like
I have
we
no clue where they
should.
dumped the body earlier.
They went there. They don't know where it was.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they were different. Well,
Snoozy might.
Snoozy would.
I don't even know where it was, and I put it there.
Yeah. So I was going to say, just more, this is her being cautious before we drive to Alejandro's house.
Sort of in the neighborhood. It was like a couple of lefts and then maybe like a right. And there was an alley.
Well, given that we know that they get up and run around afterwards, don't give us much luck in finding it.
Neither.
As you drive the car to Alejandro's house, you pass what Snoozy will recognize to be as the location that you dumped the body. And you see police, the ambulance, and people actually picking up the body and actually putting it away.
Okay. Not our problem anymore.
And if anyone wants to, roll me a spot hidden.
Sure. Let's see if it's moving. Why do I roll?
Alejandro, you see the foot start to move, that the body that they're trying to cut away.
Now it's someone else's problem.
The ambulance workers see the movement and think they could rescue it, and they hurry it into the ambulance and they move it away.
Oh, that's going to go poorly.
Going to the
Yes.
hospital. That's not great.
But it's not our problem.
Yet.
Fair enough.
It'll
It's
be our
not
problem.
murder if the body comes back to life.
That's the optimistic way of looking at it. I didn't murder you. You're still alive.
Yeah, it's fine. We're good.
We're good. We're good. It's not a dead body.
There's
It's all good. It's
nothing
good.
that we can do to convince them to give us a body. So,
Yeah.
Depends how
Two
anything
dead
comes up.
bodies.
I don't think they do home
Everything's
delivery.
fine.
no.
No, don't worry. The patient will take care of that later.
So, continue driving home. Since this is my hometown.
Yep. Would you like to describe your house that you live in?
Despite Alejandro's lack of appearance, his home is actually quite nice. There's a lot of cultural aspects to the Amaran culture, some statuettes and emblems of Pachamama and Ixchel, a jaguar god. You also notice as we walk into the front room, there are a sitting area with a number of pictures of shipping vessels in it. It is a very nice house.
Alejandro, your home is beautiful.
Thank you. I do not spend as much time here as I'd like. But
Yep.
pot first.
Is there
Did we
any
have
staff
business?
to the house to let you look after you while you're gone, or is it just left empty?
Well, staff would probably be family. Distant family, but family. That would take
Alright.
care of it when I'm not home.
Okay. But there's no one there right now?
Probably not. It would be more of they would come in, make sure the place was clean and
Yep.
no one
okay.
had broken in, but that'd be about it.
Okay. Alright, so you go to the kitchen or you go and get something to burn the head in? You gonna do it outside or you gonna do it inside the house?
I probably, since we are in Peru, I probably have a barbecue pit in the backyard.
Yeah.
Sounds like a wonderful idea.
Okay, so you proceed to the barbecue pit
Mhm.
and you spend the next half an hour to an hour disposing of the decapitated head of De Mendoza, which is now not a head, it's more like a squishy bag of De Mendoza. And
Squishy
as
bag of the head parts of De Mendoza.
And Alejandro is sitting there, and he's got a big lump of the coca leaves in his mouth as he's chewing it, and occasionally throwing coca leaves onto the fire.
Okay.
If this would not be insensitive, Alejandro, why are you doing this? I've not seen that kind of practice before.
What, chewing them?
Well, the throwing them into the fire with a head in it. Unless that's just you're just doing it with the fire and it has nothing to do with the head.
The head is new to the pit. I don't know that I've ever had a Karsasiri head burning on an open flame in my backyard before.
I would hope not.
But no, it is a bit of a blessing. As far as me chewing it, it's better than coffee for keeping you awake.
Makes sense, thank you.
May I try one?
Hand some over.
Okay, as Snoozy eats one, and the smell of the rancid fats, like seeping out of their head. Could I get you to roll me a power check, please, Snoozy?
What?
Oh.
What?
There we go.
What?
I'm
Yes.
technically asleep, but you see Aveline just sit up. Power goes back to the bed.
Power!
That was close.
Luckily, I have so much power!
All right.
Yeah. Okay. The combination of the smell and the feeling of the coca leaves in your mouth, you start to slip into what you normally would use as a false trance-like state, which you usually use to actually grift people out through a seance. But this one feels a little different. It actually feels like something's trying to contact you. And the more you think about it, the less and less power it gets, and it eventually slips away from you.
Hello?
Knocking at your door. Excuse me, I'd like to talk to you about your car's extended warranty. No? Okay, I'll come back.
Have you heard about how to save money on your
Have you
insurance?
heard the good news?
Yeah.
Can I tell you about our Lord
the
and
father
Savior?
of maggots?
Yeah.
You heard the good news about the father of maggots?
And as the feeling washes over you, it just washes away. Nothing really happens to you. But I would actually ask you to roll a sanity check, please, because this is something new that you've made a life of grifting people. So I would assume this is something you normally pretending how to do, but this is like you almost felt yourself doing a connection to a person.
I mean, I've had strange feelings that one might call feeling like something's trying to contact you before.
Yeah, you've had this feeling, but this is the first time that someone's actually you've tried to contact them. They never tried to contact you. You brush it off as a how best way to describe it? You brush it off as a being in a new location, doing something you don't normally do, burning a head over a fire pit while chewing coca leaves, and you feel relaxed. And the vodka as well. The vodka helps. So you could also attribute this feeling to the amount of vodka that you've drunk this night.
I did have some vodka earlier this evening.
2 or 3 bottles.
Not by myself.
Okay, and is there anything else you like to do at home, Alejandro, or you successfully burnt the bag of a decapitated conquistador, undead conquistador. You've also burnt the body of the said conquistador, and you've had a weird night tonight, and it's only the first night of this trip.
You two are welcome to stay here, or you can take the car back, but I think I am going to draw a bath and sleep in my own bed this evening. It has been an odd day.
I understand completely. Do you have a guest room or two?
I have a couple, yes.
Huh.
He's got his own villa. He's a fancy lad.
Yeah.
Alejandro, despite his appearance, does have money. So.
What we don't know is if you check his rating, his cash rating, he well off.
Yeah, he puts it all into the villa. Nothing into the appearance.
Nah. You know, you gotta sink that wealth somewhere. You can't fix this.
Yep.
Shade!
I will be honest, I would appreciate the offer, Alejandro. I prefer, if they know where the hotel is, I'd prefer not to have, but, well, in a location that they know about.
You can call the front desk and leave a message.
Oh no, I have to work with me. That's what I was saying. I was taking up on your offer because I didn't want to stay in the hotel because the Galaxy seemed to know it exists and seemed to know we're staying there.
My point is, one of us should call the front desk and leave a message.
Then absolutely, I'd be happy to.
The phone is in the front room.
Sidney would go make the call.
That's my secret. I'm willing to risk my character for propriety's sake at a moment's notice. Be like, oh no, that's so uncouth. I'm a married woman. I can't stay in the same room.
And with that, Alejandro will do exactly what he said. He is going to take a very long, hot, scalding bath.
Ooh.
And then is going to go to his gun cabinet and start pulling out the extra .45 automatic, the rifle.
That's not what you said.
Wait. Guns and baths. Yeah.
I feel like you said a bath and then sleep in my own bed.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I love it.
The guns are going beside him while he sleeps.
Oh.
No, I thought you were bringing them into the bathtub. Be like, you're getting clean too, buddy. Get in here.
Dismantle it, take it all apart.
I've heard of cleaning your guns. I don't think it needs soap and water.
That's why I don't know. I don't know much about guns.
He bathes in gun oil, so it's very convenient.
Oh.
You know, I don't almost ever felt good on my skin. I don't think it would actually clean you all that well.
Ooh.
Anyway,
Okay,
Uh,
Yeah.
you contact the hotel. You inform them that you're not staying in the hotel tonight, but you'll be coming back tomorrow, and that's sorted out. And you go to sleep.
I do ask for do not disturb,
Oh, do not disturb.
like for them to
Yes.
not do not disturb to be left on all three of our rooms,
Mhm.
so that it doesn't get cleaned the next day. And Sydney would like to, if there's a guest room that doesn't have like a window leading outside, she probably would take that one.
No.
But if there is,
I'll-
then okay. Then what
Mhm.
she'll do is do the windows like slide open, or do they open like shutter style?
Most of them here would be shutter style at this time.
Okay. Trying to think of how I can make a noise trap with that real quickly, because she would know, but I don't.
Tie
All
some
right.
string around any knobs that.
Basically,
Yeah.
she's wanting to make a noise trap so that like both on both doors, so that if they open, she'll get potentially woken up.
Okay, you can jerry rig something together.
Sure.
You put a book on the table. You put the string on the book, and when the door opens, the string gets pulled, and the book falls on the floor.
Okay.
All right. What is Mentirosa doing?
I'm going to walk into Sydney's room and knock her book off the table.
Do you knock first, or do you just open the door?
I just opened the door.
You have a gun in your face.
Sydney!
There's a reason people knock, dear. Did you need something?
I'm sorry. We just haven't really had a chance to speak since we've been here. I feel like since the last time we saw each other, I just wanted to apologize for how we left things and ask you how you've been between then and now, and what brought you here to the Andes to search for otherworldly pyramids.
At the time, I did not believe them to be otherworldly. To be honest, well, you know my profession, dear, and you might have noticed, but most women do not get politely accepted onto trips to the Egyptian pyramids. There are other artifacts of the world. I'm not sure what brought me here anymore. Rosa, you do know that things have not always been good for me before. You know what got me started into this mess. But I'd like to make sure that I'm secure. That before it was make sure I'm secure, now it's fear is what's keeping me here, as you might know. I've never had a corpse that I've decapitated get back up.
But all the things you saw when you were working with me, and all the things you saw when we were working together, surely you don't buy into the local superstitions fully, do you?
I looked for I looked for strings. I looked for scientific reasons that this would have happened. We're not chickens, and even if we are chickens, I've never seen a head with no vocal cords move and try and talk. And even beyond that, I mean, I don't know if the superstitions are real or not, But I'm going to say that I'm going to assume they are until I have a valid reason as to why a headless corpse tried to kill me. Or that I watch a human mouth turn into a lamprey mouth.
Oh,
I mean,
100.
I have yet.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Like act as if these things were true until proof otherwise is provided. Of course, that's the
And
only
I'm
way
going
to
with
stay
if.
safe.
Well, I'm going with if, and under the idea that until I know better, I see one of these things, I shoot it until it stops moving, cut it into pieces, and burn it. Whether it is a Caliciri or just something else very interesting, because you're right, science has done some very strange things, and I'm pretty sure that we could not fly 100 years ago, but now, though it's expensive, one can. So, regardless, fire seems to be effective, and as long as these things are trying to kill me, I wish to be safe.
Well.
What about you? What made you want to abandon your fairly lucrative trade?
Well, I don't want to say you were right, but after you left, it was difficult on my own. I certainly got by, and the clientele was multitudinous, but it's difficult to grift on one's own, and I haven't been doing exceptionally well economically lately. But apparently my reputation as a medium and psychic preeminent among all others precedes me. And so I was invited on this expedition. I'm just here for the money.
Also, there's a little bit petty side of me who loves the idea to publish some information about this temple under my as an archaeologist of Tyson, and then watching the old men's faces turn when they realize it's a young woman. But perhaps when this is all over, as long as you are willing to stay away from the town of our fight, I might be willing to consider helping a bit again with some of your expeditions. If I do not wish to go into full details as to why the town is a problem for me, but I can say that they did not have money. In the past, I doubt they have much now.
Of course. Well, I'll let you get your sleep. I apologize for waking you and forcing you to draw your pistol at my face unnecessarily.
I do apologize. I do apologize for pointing the pistol at you, dear.
No.
If you could please knock, I don't assume these creatures will. And then I will know it is most likely you or Alejandro.
Indeed I will. Indeed I will. Have a good night.
As well, dear. And she'll set the noise traps kind of back up after Rosa's gone.
And then I walk back in without knocking. No, I don't.
You said it, you do it.
That basically, if you're going to do it,
If you
I would
said
say
it, you do
prepare
it.
to make a dodge roll.
That really does seem like something I would do, but I have no reason to do it, so I
will
don't.
say, at this point, I haven't had the chance to set up the noise trap. So basically, you hit me with the door.
Oh,
And Sidney just kind of looks at you and slowly raises an eyebrow.
Oh, sorry. I I couldn't remember if I'd said goodnight. Did I say goodnight?
Good night, dear. I just clunk.
Okay. Beautifully done. All right, what you had to say, Karsh?
No.
No.
Just no.
We don't have to worry about any of the party members being shot yet.
Yet.
I was just going to say is like you had the book in your hand and it gets flown out of your hand as the door gets flown open. That was my thought.
Probably. I'm going to check if it's damaged at all from that, and otherwise, like, probably take a look to see if there's something. Like the book works, and it's just more her going like, okay, do I have anything noisier than a book that's mine? Actually, I think I might.
You probably do. I was going to suggest maybe rigging a piece of string up to the gun and you wedge the gun on the floor. So if someone opens the door, the gun fires.
Ooh, that's
No.
That's some jigsaw business right there.
I'm going to say right now, that's probably her hotel room. Because she has a key to that. That'll be like for the window. In case somebody tries to come in her window. But she's a guest in somebody's house.
Rigging up a shotgun set to the door opening as a guest in someone's house. That's
She is specifically not doing that. She is specifically not doing that. That's for the hotel room, where the room has been paid for. She expects for privacy. Thank you very much. And please stay the F out.
Did you inform that the do not disturb thing and please no maid service when you're on the phone to the hotel?
Yes, I did. I specifically did say that.
Yeah, that would be very important. Yeah.
I
see the gears turning here. Yeah, it's very important.
Yeah,
MLP, she hasn't even entered her room. How could she have set up these booby traps?
Yet.
She didn't know what room was hers. She literally walked upstairs and then walked downstairs with the head. You have to at least give me a night in the hotel to start doing these shenanigans.
We say that now.
Did we set fire to the head yet?
Yes, you put the head in the barbecue. You've already had yourself KFH,
right.
Kentucky Fried Head.
So when we're like in the bush and camping on the expedition, you're gonna have like a pit trap in front of your tent every night?
Nope.
Just
Nope,
checking.
Nope.
I can't get to sleep right away. I might go out near the barbecue and just watch the head roast. You know, under the stars for a little while and then head back to bed.
Well, unfortunately for all our sakes, there would be a bar on the first floor too.
A bar?
Alejandro uses the house mainly to entertain.
I see the gears turning again.
Magnificent Mentirosa found on the floor, so found on the bar spread.
Yeah.
In the morning.
Can I roll a quick intelligence check? Because I have known Rosa for quite a while, just to have this pause.
Yes, you.
I don't hear her on the main floor.
Yep. Yeah, with that information, you understand that.
I'm not drinking. I'm probably not drinking. I'm just enjoying.
You're just communing with the spirits?
I'm just enjoying the beautiful open landscape and being under the stars and watching a weird head burn on a barbecue and just appreciating the strange circumstances I'm in. And sure, if I had some peyote or some marijuana, I might be imbibing, but I don't. And so I'm not.
Don't do drugs, boys and girls.
Yeah, at least it's something I'm working on for next when Mentirosa goes to bed, but that's later.
I think she's avoiding this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sidney
no,
would
like, why
intentionally
would you-
pause. Sorry.
Why would you want to not go to bed with an evil keeper who wants to make you crazy?
But
Um,
an evil what?
Wants to make you
Keeper.
go nuts. Keeper.
No one is evil. No one's trying to make me crazy.
Say that now. Okay. So
Yeah, Sidney would basically check at the bar
And-
before setting up the glass jar, one of her glass jars instead of the book, so she doesn't ruin any of Alejandro's property.
okay.
I'm only out there for like 20 minutes, just relaxing under the stars before I choose to go to bed.
Okay. All right. Now, as everyone else is going to bed, I'm going to be a bastard to people. Can I get everyone apart from Snoozy take your headset off, please?
To take a what?
Don't the man.
Headsets off. Bye.
Wait. What's our like our code for putting it back in? Like, okay, love
Yeah,
that.
just put. Yeah, that'll do.
Also muting you just to be on the safe side. Have fun.
Yep. Have fun. All right. For those who don't know what we do on the Goblin Cave, sometimes we do private chats and we ask our members to actually take the headsets off so they can't hear it. All right. As the Magnificent Mentirosa falls asleep.
Wait, am I supposed to not hear this?
Yes. No, you can hear this. This is for
Okay.
you.
Okay.
It's for you. You close your eyes. You slip into where you normally your dreams place. How it's nice, bright, vibrant. It's actually brighter than it normally is. And you see two people in front of you. Looking at them, you recognize them as your mother and father. Your dead mother and father. Flanking them is all the people who you've grifted over the years. Circling around you. Contempt and pity. And they've known that you've been a charlatan. Some of them who've been passed on. All just watching, looking at you, not saying anything. And then around them, some more people. People you've had help you with your grift. Not saying anything. And then in front of you is your crystal ball. And how the crystal ball starts to crack a little. And then it explodes. And then in what can be best described as a moment in time, a flying jellyfish starts to arise from the crystal ball. Roll me a sanity check, please. With disadvantage because it's a dream world. So hit penalty for me, please.
Okay, so advantage is... Okay.
At disadvantage, so you'll take the higher of the two, which is 80.
Wait, did you say disadvantage because this is
Yes.
dream world? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so we'll take the higher of the two. So with the 80, you still take a d6 damage, or d6. Actually, no, yeah, d6. So you'll lose 4 sanity. It could have been d12. And it starts talking. Not in a language you understand, but in a guttural, deep, condescending voice. You don't understand what it means, but it's... If you could think what it was saying, you think it'd be berating? Or saying, what are you doing with your gifts?
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Roll
wake
me a
up.
power check, please, to force yourself awake. Okay, with 1 or 2 more slaps to your face, you wake up in a start and you will scream the name of your mother.
Ah,
Can you see your crystal ball from where you are right now? Would that be in your bag, or would you left it
it's
at home?
in my room, or possibly even in the hotel, probably.
Okay. Back on, please. Okay, welcome back, everybody.
Secrets.
Yep.
So you guys got to see, and we didn't.
All right. Pinky promise I didn't cheat. Yeah, that's my secret.
I did clip
That's-
it, but I don't know if I'm allowed to actually do highlights of that.
That's fine. It's really more for what happens on YouTube stays on YouTube. That reminds me, tune into YouTube if you want to watch the previous 2 weeks. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. That being said, do you want to take your break now before we go on to the next day?
I think it might be a good time for a break.
All right.
And we'll be back in about 10 minutes, so stick around. If you can get some 1920s jazz, 1920s speakeasy,
Yep.
Kicking It is the one, usually the go-to that I use.
I'll need to find out in a sec. I just used Barcorando because it's quick and easy for me to find.
So,
All right. Well, that's
Yep, we'll be back soon, so stick around, that's the go. Bye. We're back. Hi.
well, that was fun. I torment Snoozy and Snoozy's run away. Hope it's not a recurring thing that happens.
I think we're okay.
Stop tormenting your players so much. Come on.
Oh, it was so much fun.
It looks good. I don't know what was said. It just looked good.
Words, syllables, letters were in there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
People.
Are you sure? We heard nothing.
Yeah,
I don't
just
know.
saw. It was just a mime thing for me.
Mm. All right.
I think Snoozy was just really nice at playing along.
Yeah.
It's like, what we're going to do is we're going to try to fool the rest of the crew. Anyway, morning comes. The sun rises over the wonderful country of Lima, and you've all had a very busy, busy night. All right, who wants to? And Nursey and oh no, you just wake up.
Okay.
No dramas. You wake up, you're all good.
I wake up, put on all my stuff, I get nice and clean for the day, and then put on all my stuff.
On your face.
Yeah. My face. That's mean that in a literal sense. And then I'll start heading down towards. I assume there was a bar, so towards the bar dining area, and we'll wait.
There'd be a dining area where they would have like a continental breakfast.
Yeah, get my coffee, Gonna make some toast, all the good stuff. And I'll just wait. I'll have a most relaxing breakfast. Just really just soak it in, all the non-Cthulhu shenanigans. My brunch is delightful.
Do you read the local paper?
I would. I would have it out and just be kind of like flipping through.
All right, as you flip through the paper, you would see an article about a body found in an alleyway. And how it was taken away from the ambulance, and after the body got delivered to the hospital, they went to check on the body, and the body was no longer there.
Stolen.
Fuck. that's literally, you'll just hear that as she's reading it, just to hear.
All right. What is
Aveline? That's not how a lady speaks. We've talked about this before.
What do you know about being a lady? Nothing. Go
Being
get your
one
coffee.
lady, yeah, nothing. But knowing ladies,
Yeah, fair enough. You get yourself some breakfast.
And at this point, Jackson Elias comes down from after knocking himself out after going to his hotel room because he saw some weird stuff last night. Yeah, Snoozy,
Same.
we're on.
Okay.
Snoozy, we're live.
Okay. Sorry.
Do you want to just head to the BRB screen for a sec, Karsh?
Good.
All right. Yes, 10-minute breaks. We actually are hard on 10 minutes.
Hey, but
Hello,
in
everybody.
3 years, it's taken us 3 years to actually get to doing 10-minute breaks.
Yes.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
So, we love you, Snoozy.
So mentally broken. Jackson Elias comes down. He knocked himself out of a few painkillers, chased with a bottle of whiskey, and he goes, "Well, the visiting Professor Sanchez and goes quite well as I expected. How was the rest of your night?" I just pretty much went up to my hotel room and just passed out.
I got left a delightful present on my bed. Just
Did you get a mint on your pillow as well?
boy, I wish I had. No, I got to see one of our friends.
Would you like my mint? It's been in my pocket all night.
Yeah. Are you offering that to Kat or to Aveline or to
Aveline.
Jackson? You know
I'll
what's
take
in
it.
his pockets.
It's true. I'll take it just so, and then I'll just take it. And you see me head over to the trash can and put it in the trash. You know that's bad for your health.
I
You put
saved it for
gunpowder-
you.
You put loose gunpowder in your pockets. No.
Guy tries to do the right thing for a dame, and look what happens.
Oh, can't give me the worst bit of stomach flu. No, a mutual acquaintance. They seem to have just found their way into my bed, just a little bit.
But I thought we...
Yeah,
Oh.
I thought we did too. Apparently, hanging out in an oven wasn't enough for him. He decided to hang out in my bed instead.
Oh.
Oh, indeed.
She took it.
Alejandro made off with it last night. I don't know where anyone else is yet, but I'm just breathing in the morning air, enjoying some stiff coffee because the tea is probably terrible, and just having a moment for me.
At the talk about the coffee and tea, Jackson last reaches for the tea, takes a sip, makes a slight face of disgust, puts it down, pushes it away slightly.
The coffee is reminiscent of what Americans would make. It's strong, it's dark, and it will wake you up, but not much else past that can be said for it.
Yeah, they use milk, not lemon in their tea.
It's a nightmare. It's a choice.
It's supposed to be breakfast tea, not satanic, evil, horrible tea.
you know, it's not for everyone. We can only do what we can, and I'm sure imports don't get the best here in Peru. But that's okay.
That reminds me, there's this lovely tea shop in Kenya.
Ooh. We'll just have lovely tea talk. Come on.
Yeah,
we'll
so
just-
Jackson and
making small
and
talk.
Aveline Baker just make small talk about teas and what they've
Yeah.
done while drinking the horrible coffee.
horrible gut rot that they call coffee. 100%.
Yeah. And do you point out to the article about the body being disappeared from the hospital?
I'll give the newspaper to Jack, and I'll go, Jack, we seem to have a bit of an issue. You should look at page 2 about Article 3. I think that one will really
got page 2,
interest
girls?
you. What?
It's not the sun.
No, page.
Yeah, page 2, girls.
No. Look, I know you're literate, Jack. Can I just give, like, I just put the paper in his lap. Like, I just go, you'll figure it out. Give that a perusal.
Have you got any...
Do we know Jack's literate?
You know, that's an excellent question. I assume he's literate.
Have you got any...
The 1920s page 2
hand cream
girls
or
are
Vaseline?
like, ooh. They're showing their ankles.
It's true. No, it's not that kind of paper.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Not this early in the morning.
Well, anytime's the right time.
I love your enthusiasm for life, Jack.
Well, you were there back in... Well,
Actually, talk amongst yourselves. I want to check this quickly.
okay. You were there back in Egypt when... You gotta take life out where it comes and just, like, enjoy...
You mean regular Egypt, not this Egypt? Because apparently this is Egypt too.
No, this is Peru. Why would this be Egypt?
You know, we're going to a Peruvian pyramid.
No, the pyramids are in Egypt.
Yes, there are multiple pyramids.
We're going from here, and we're going... I don't know if we're going on boat. I'm assuming boat, because who can afford a plane these days? We're going to Egypt.
You know, geography, we'll tackle it one day.
Egypt is below Europe.
You know, that is true. We've got that settled. I like it. Progress.
Yeah.
It's where all the sand is.
It's true. Yeah. Gosh.
And it's also where the pyramids are.
Yes. And then there are pyramids elsewhere.
In Egypt.
No. In the world.
In Egypt.
No.
pyramids
All
are in-
over.
Okay. Having checked,
There are pyramids in Spain.
Sergeant Jack
Why would there be
Hunt's
Egyptians in Spain?
language skills,
Ah!
he is functionally literate.
Hey, that's all I need.
He understands words, but words larger than 3 or 4 syllables, he has problems reading. So what would take you maybe a minute to read would take him 10.
And you know, I just sip my coffee, and I'm just dunking. Got like a soft-boiled egg, dunking some toast in it, just really enjoying.
This is what happens when you use your education as your dump start.
Yes.
True.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was not trying to be horrible, Karsh. I was asking, is your character
No,
actually
for
literate?
real. Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say functionally literate, but you... Yeah. All right. So after after Jack Hunt has read the article,
Cartoons.
Jackson grabs it.
Oh, I was reading the article, not the funny pages. Oh, okay.
You can go on the funny pages. You pass Jackson Elias the thing. You notice his face gets visibly pale. And because I need to do this because he understands what's going on, he is going to roll a sanity check.
Yeah, it's not very great at the moment. It seems like problems keep on popping up for us.
He loses 2 sand. And he actually needs to run. He also needs to do intelligence check as well. He counts it off as local superstition. There's a. You know how they are in these local areas, all cults and. Yeah, I've seen the person get up and walk. We saw it last night.
We did that. We did.
And a decapitated head in your bed, apparently.
You stole it.
Yes, we
At
did.
least it wasn't a hand and fingers. That would just be really bad.
God, I would have. I would have been so sad. Please never.
Why would you want to? Why would you want to steal a hand and like put it in your bed and to like take it home to England? It doesn't make sense.
I don't want it. I didn't put it there, Jack.
Do the head.
I didn't.
You did.
I really didn't. It was a surprise.
It's a pretty weird surprise to give a name.
I know, and I hated it.
Didn't even have
Normally
a
you
ribbon.
would say it with flowers, but not say it with a head.
It's true. It's not the bouquet I'm looking for.
1-800 heads.
Is that an engagement thing? Is that like?
If this is a Peruvian engagement custom, it's not one I want to take a part of. And they didn't even leave a calling card or anything. It's just a head.
Like the Australian one, you just turn up at the dame's house and put a shotgun and say you're mine.
That is certainly simpler times in Australia.
Ah, yes.
The shotgun's for
the
the
Australian,
Ooh.
the Australian shotgun wedding, literally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and while this is happening on, they're having a lovely morning breakfast tea with horrible news in the newspaper. What is Alejandro, Sidney, and the magnificent Mentirosa? I have to admit, you didn't actually get much of a sleep. Also, if you've taken damage out of night's sleep, you get 1 hit point back. Yes.
Alejandro would be in his kitchen cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the sake of the storyline, he'll be cooking some ham.
Beautifully done. Okay. And who would like to come down first?
Sydney would probably be up fairly early. She typically has to be in her line of work, but I don't know if she'd be down before Rosa just because she has to disarm all of her she has to disarm her noise traps so that she doesn't leave a mess in Alejandro's house.
Okay.
But yeah, she probably depends on, like, I'm seeing Snoozy looks like she's still sound asleep, so Sidney comes down having like put everything back and is just sort of waves to Alejandro. Oh, good morning. Thank you for letting me stay the night.
Problem.
She was sniffing. Was she know the difference between it being ham versus human flesh? Because people smell like pork when we cook them. So
there would be a hock of ham that he's carving from.
Okay, interesting choice of breakfast.
I think it was appropriate. There was a smell stuck in my nose.
An excellent choice. It's a good cover-up as well.
And
will there be any problems for you with the head in the barbecue pit? Any employees or anyone who might?
I will leave them a note to clean it out later.
Okay, now, at this point, from what we did earlier, Snoozy, you would have woken up from your bad dream.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good morning, all. Lovely ham. Breakfast ham.
Yes.
Dibs on a breakfast ham. Mm.
I have eggs, ham. Is there anything else you would like? Maybe some potatoes or hash?
Breakfast ham and eggs? That's all I need.
And there
Any
is
help?
coffee as well on the stove.
Okay, and would you have gotten the daily paper as well, Alejandro? Would that been delivered to you, or would you have stopped that?
I don't think he would have it delivered since he doesn't stay home often.
Okay. All right. Sorry, go ahead.
No, so Sidney would just check if Alejandro wanted any help with anything.
Most of it would already be done.
Fair enough.
So
He's trying to be a
as
good
the
guest.
breakfast ham and eggs and hash and other stuff is eaten,
Chowing down on the morning ham.
eating your morning ham. It's better than the afternoon ham. A little bit more sugar on the ham to make it really nice and glazed. You make your way back to the hotel to meet the rest of the people. Unless there's anything else you want to do with the house or on your way.
I'm gathering my guns this time. And I'll go ahead and get my field kit and throw it in the boot of the car. So my backpack and everything else, just so I have all my stuff nearby.
And I hope you remember your ammo as well. Do you remember your ammo?
Cool.
Bunch of extra ammo.
Yes, ammo is good.
Yes, there would be two lock boxes of ammo in the back of the trunk as well.
Nice.
So
Okay.
that,
So on your way back to the hotel, do you want to do any shopping, or you just want to do that? Wait to get that stuff until you meet everybody else.
most of that stuff he would already have at his house. The only thing he would need to pick up is he would want to stop along the way to pick up a new 45 since he gave the ballerina his.
Yep. Okay. And
yeah, Sidney's going to wait till afterward.
Okay.
Purchases.
Okay. So you make your way, you get your extra weapons, you make your way to the hotel, and the hotel staff shows you to the table where your friends are debating about tea and looking at a newspaper with slightly ashen faces. And Jackson Lice is there, makes apologies for not being there when the Miss Baker screamed and expresses his apologies. But he also expresses a sentiment that I really apologize. I'll make sure that they move my room near to you for tomorrow night. Because apparently Mr. Larkin told another fib that there wasn't enough rooms to move us around and have us all on one level. So you got to wonder what's been going on.
Certainly does raise questions, especially
More questions than answers at the moment, unfortunately.
right. But we do have an answer to one thing, and I'll slap down the piece of the newspaper towards Sidney. And I go, it looks like we still have a friend who needs visiting, or will be visiting us soon.
Sidney would probably ask for the newspaper, or if
Oh,
there's like an
I
extra
give
one
it to
around,
you.
grab a spare.
I give it to you. Yeah.
It basically looks at it, goes, and says, like, in almost the most deadpan meme way, "Oh no, what a surprise!" Anyway, and shows the article to Alejandro, and
Yes, I saw the body twitching when we drove by.
Oh.
That's not
Oh.
normal.
I mean, there's a reason that Mendoza was burned. I do recall mentioning that fact a few times, though the body stopped. I'm so glad to know that you took the advice to heart.
You know, it's true, but we were in a bit of a tizzy trying to make sure that we saved a life.
Yeah.
And I am very proud of you for doing so. Not everyone can manage both.
On the upside, we just knocked him out instead of did something worse.
And you did get the Karsh lava out of him?
We did. I will mention that.
So the bodies reanimate without the giant white maggot pulpy thing.
Right, which makes me wonder what its what its function is from a biological
Medicine
standpoint.
production.
Breeding?
Feeding?
Maybe feeding, possibly.
If something can't get out, so they used to bring stuff to whoever they worship. And at this point, you see Tatiana walks down the stairs, hair, big giant frizz. She hasn't done everything up yet, and she walks downstairs and just
Oh,
plops in the
darling,
chair.
you look amazing this morning.
Yeah, but I always look amazing. Bad Russian accent, I apologize. I always look amazing. And she's got like bed hair, a little bit of spittle out of her mouth. The hair, bed hair more or less. And reaches forward to the tea and just drinks it. Says, like they make in Mentirosa.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And then reaches into their coat, gets a bottle of vodka and just tips it in. Now, how'd I make it?
Is it the same? Is it the same bottle she was giving yesterday?
Yep.
Glad to see you getting good use out of that.
Yes.
I so worry is for your liver.
So does my doctor.
I'm sure.
Okay. So you have the run of Lima. You can either go and buy weapons, you can go and see Larkin. But you have a day to yourself to do whatever you wish.
Did you have a plan to with the professor today, or was that?
That was all last night. Professor's giving you all the information they know, and you have gotten the translations and the Golden Ward, which you currently have at the moment. Does the Magnificent Mentirosa go up to their room to get their supplies and stuff for the day?
Certainly. I'll grab all my things from the room.
As you walk into the room, you notice that your crystal ball has a slight hairline crack into it.
The staff at this place is absolutely abysmal.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Sidney would probably look to Jackson, because Jackson was one who originally said that buy guns. I'm not sure if she would talk to him or Alejandro for the other purchase she would like to make.
I would say Alejandro would know the other locations for that. But considering what you're wanting to do, it is a relatively regular substance to find.
Yep. But she doesn't want the rest of the group to necessarily.
Fair enough. So you can play that when you wish to. Otherwise, Jackson says, well, we should go to the hospital, check up on this thing. We should then also potentially go to a hotel and ask Larkin what they know. And try to figure out... I know someone in Puno who knows where the pyramid might be. As well.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, we'd rather not have to rely on Larkin, per se.
Well, if he dies, then it could be important to have a second backup.
It's true.
Last night, when I was removing your extra baggage from your room, Aveline,
thank you, by the way.
Hunting trophy.
No, not a hunt. Yeah, just a mounted head. It's my hunting trophy, you know, as I'm known for.
Unmounted head.
Yeah, pre-mounted. It's not mounted yet.
I am assailed with a vision, and it showed me...
You what?
I got a vision of the temple and the creature living within it, along with a place where that golden rod, where it is seeping out into the world from. That golden rod was removed from a section of the temple that kept it inside. but I believe I know the general area of where the temple might be.
So if Larkin
Okay.
disappears, and if this other lead disappears, you could take us to Egypt?
Yes.
I've
Right.
been trying to work with him on this, and I'm just really not getting through.
Ah, right.
Mr. Elias looks at Jack Hunt and just looks at Evelyn Baker and goes, "Yeah, you might need to do some more work on him
It's
with a hammer, maybe."
no.
I don't think he has anything to spare up there.
Mr.
But
Hunt,
in a
the
fight, you might.
the spirits are telling me
Don't listen to those evil
That-
ones.
Egypt is just a red herring.
What?
The pyramids that we want are here.
Young lady, Egypt isn't a country, not a fish.
I get a
Um,
different day.
But
You know what?
anyway,
I do have a question for you, Mr. Hunt, and it's just a curiosity of mine. Mr. Larkin said we were going to the pyramid and going to be traveling for 3 days to the pyramid. Correct?
I can't remember. I think I was outside having a slash.
Wonderful. I was curious if you know of any ways to get. You served in the war, so you must be familiar with many forms of transportation. How would one get a convoy of trucks from Peru to Egypt in 3 days?
Hey, I don't do transportation. Oh, I don't do transportation management. That's up to the smart people. But maybe the planes could travel that fast. I'm not footing the bill. It's up to them to pay for them.
Sounds good. I just want to check on your expertise, dear.
to go back to Mr. Elias, you
If anyone's going to the gun store, could you purchase me some
The gun store.
25 caliber rounds?
Absolutely,
I'd be ever
darling,
so
no problem.
grateful.
So
No.
short nose, like pistol.
I wonder. I don't normally into combat. Was not necessarily my specialty. Medicine was more where my talents lie. But I wonder if maybe having something a bit more substantial would be of use in the situations that I fear we may find ourselves in.
Hunt gun.
I'm not good at guns, but I flex a little. Like, I've gotten quite strong being able to hold down some of the more rebellious patients. Jack knows this.
Do you have a preference for things that would hit punchy, or would you prefer something that cut?
I'm familiar with more of a slashing utensil.
I was thinking a cricket bat, but
Ooh.
I could probably find you both a club and Alejandro. Would there potentially be a place that sells machetes? I would assume if you have many people who explore the jungles.
yes, there are shops, but there is also the open market that we could go
Absolutely, I prefer to support local.
to. Well, the open market, it just has just about anything.
That is wonderful.
The market's
I'm going to
very
be
open.
I have a general list that I'm going to be acquiring today. Alejandro, would you be possibly available to help me find some of the more obscure items?
Yes.
If everyone seems to be handling the market, as it seems we have a need to visit a hospital. Again, medicine seems a bit more my expertise. I could
Yes, absolutely.
go that way and see if maybe we can track down where our mutual acquaintance
friend?
has gone off. Yes, where he might have wandered off to.
Well, Rose is very good at speaking with people. Would you be willing to potentially assist the nurse, dear? You have such a way with words. You might be able to help if the hospital staff aren't willing.
Well, to be honest, I was excited to go to the open market. I've heard
Whatever you
that
prefer, dear.
everything is there.
No, I mean, it's fine. I could go by myself. It might be a bit easier, if anything.
Jackson Line pops up, says, if no one else will, I'll travel with Miss Baker to the hospital. Make sure that she's safe.
Okay.
I would say that we probably do not wish to go anywhere alone, if avoidable.
So that leaves me going somewhere to buy guns by myself.
I mean,
If
I
you would
assume you can
no.
go to the market.
By we don't mean Jack.
Jack, I do believe you're part of the group. You were employed by Mr. Larkin, were you not?
Yeah.
Oh,
So if no one in the group should go alone, and you are part of the group, you probably shouldn't be alone. Would you like to go gun shopping with us?
I thought you were getting like stuff on my list, not for guns or ammo, because Miss Mentirosa wanted
That is part of the.
ammunition.
Guns are on the list.
That is part of the.
Oh.
And basically, guns are part of the list. Yes.
Oh.
Guns, knives, clubs.
Do you need to see a jeweler?
Yes. I do need to see a jeweler.
No, I need to see a jeweler, not you. Unless you
Okay.
need to see a
We
jeweler as
both
well.
do.
Oh.
I do. Yes.
Why do you need to see a jeweler? It's
Okay,
pretty strange.
guns.
I need something to repair some golden items I have. It's part of my craft. Archaeologist, remember?
well, before we start separating and going to all of these places,
Yes, and split the party.
Split the party. I know, right? I'm like, nope, I'm doing it.
given the number of attacks and deaths and burnings and all of that,
Mhm.
did we not go check on our employer, make sure that he still breathes?
I was planning to do that after the trip to the market, but we can do it
Right.
before.
He's literally right across the street.
I mean, we can all
Is
go
he just
check
across
in
the
with-
street? I thought he was several blocks away.
He's a
Sounds
few
like-
blocks away.
Sounds like a lot of effort.
And my statement doesn't change. I still say right across the street.
I mean, we could go and visit him together as a band and then disband from there.
Yes.
Hmm.
All right. I was also planning that part of the reason to visit him would be to show the receipts as to not tip our hand, but
Oh,
However you prefer.
receipts. That is correct. I forget about that. We can bill everything to him. Oh, or maybe
we
afterwards.
can
Then.
build it. I mean, I do wish to. I would be curious if he is well, but also, given the number of times he's lied, I would think that
Right, he's
if
lying.
he's dead, yes, he's lied a few times. It's all right.
So maybe it's going to take more than 3 days to get to Egypt.
Maybe it is. It'll be quite interesting to see what happens, won't it?
Okay.
Right.
I have a third item now that's on Sidney's secret list.
All right, just ping it to me.
I'm so excited about Sydney's secret list. I don't even know what it is, but I'm here for it.
I'm guessing
Everyone
that's
loves a
map.
secret list.
We love a secret list.
I'm
Okay,
guessing the
and-
last one's a map.
It's a
Or globe.
I would say roll
It's a
me
globe.
a
Just puts a whole globe down. Let's talk
Um,
geography.
Eon. Roll me a luck check
Credit?
when you get to the market,
market.
so you can find what you want.
Sounds good. I don't know if I'll
Okay.
be able to find that third item, but I will hopefully be able to.
Okay. In the meantime, I'll go with the hospital group first.
Team hospital.
Which is
Team
just you.
hospital. Oh, yep. So
I was going to go to
Jackson-
the hospital.
Mm.
Like, that was
Okay,
my
then go to
intent.
the hospital.
You can come with. You,
Yeah.
what if I-
Was this? Then probably one thing Sydney would ask is, what were you looking for from the jeweler, dear? If we're going to stop in, or is that something personal for you?
Stab bayonet
Pardon?
onto the table and whip out my notes, my sketchbook, and say, this. Etch
Oh,
that onto
of
that.
course. I'll ask the Jew if he can, and if not, we'll see if there's anyone else around, all right?
Yeah.
Sounds good. No problem at all, dear.
Okay, so
Is there a gunsmith in town?
I would assume that we want the open market.
Oh, good.
It's the market. There's like a market street, and you got all the stuff you potentially could need. If it's something weird and esoteric, it might take a little bit to get in, but all your normal items will be there. But considering if you want some of the more weird and esoteric stuff, I would say probably a luck check will find what you need that way.
No, I'm also just going that realistically, there's no way I could do what I want to do, sadly. So.
Well, you never know. It might be nice.
I'm more going, I'm pretty sure the runes on the board are too big for me to carve into a clip of bullets.
If you spend some
to
time with a knife
in the lead bullet itself.
Into the lead
bullet?
I'm
saying like with the lead bullet itself, so that it ends up inside the creature when I shoot them.
Oh, cool.
I've watched Supernatural, okay?
Oh yeah, no. In one of my other games I played ages ago, I pretty much did exactly the same thing.
It's like when the person carves into the rice. You know, I'm talking about like they do like those little like very intricate carvings. Yep. That's the level you're looking for.
If you were going to
that's
do
what
that,
going. It's like
I would say you have to roll an arts craft and get at least a hard or extreme success for the bullet to work.
No, and that's what I was more checking, is that there was, because I don't have the skill for that. If there was somebody in the market that would potentially have that skill, but I'm also going realistically, not in 3 days in a city I've never been.
Yeah. Roll me a luck check, because you travel around, you would probably know people who would do that. Yeah. You know someone who can do it, and if you pay them a substantial amount of money, they can get like 3 or 4 done.
Ooh.
So if you want to do that,
the US dollar is worth more in Peru, right? I think it's like a 3-to-1 conversion rate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can probably afford that.
Also, don't forget, if you have receipts, Larkin will pay it.
Well, I don't know if he would pay for me to have carved bullets. Runes carved by bullets.
It's true. It's a very specific request.
I don't think he really would care about it. As long as you get receipts to him, he'll pay.
Absolutely. I will make sure there's receipts.
All right. So, in your inventory, I would say mark down 3 etched bullets, so we don't forget later.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I can't believe I pulled that off.
With that luck roll and your backstory, I would say yes, you know people in places. So, yep. So Mr. Elias and Miss Baker. Is it Miss or Mrs. Baker? I can never actually check that.
Oh, it's just Miss. No,
it's
not
Miss
Mrs.
Baker?
Yeah. No,
right.
no. No. I've been too busy for time for husband hunting, as they say.
Yes. That's it.
And she beats them up.
I wouldn't say beats them up.
I would.
I'm just very thorough and, making sure anyone within my presence is healthy. And that level of scrutiny seems to, I would say, repel attractors, but it's fine.
The last time I saw someone reach over to feel your leg as you walked past in the hospital bed, you knocked him out.
No, that's not a suitor. That's a pervert, and that's completely different. And in fact, the fact that I did not use propofol to take him out for a longer amount of time shows great restraint on my part.
Just saying.
I 100% agree.
Can't cop a feel if you're unconscious.
But if you're pretending to be unconscious, you can try.
It's just, with that attitude, you can certainly try once, and only once. Because after that, you may not have your hands anymore. Who knows? An accident might happen. It's so weird these things happen in the hospital.
There's a reason why they,
That's right. You
Jax,
try to
Mr.
mount them on
Elias
the
speaks
wall
up,
like a hunting trophy.
says there's a reason why they write on the hand that they
It's
want to
true.
cut off so they don't get the wrong hand.
And you know, it's weird how sometimes those get mixed up. Strange.
Yeah, this dyslexia, I think it's called.
It's Diz, and you know, I've had many a man lose a hand. It's so weird in my care.
Oh, yes, and in the war as
And
well.
thus no
Yes.
husband.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Well,
Dyslexia.
according to what she had last night, though, I don't think she has a problem getting head. Anyway, yes,
Oh.
bad jokes. I have to make a note of that one for my next book. And while they're talking, they eventually get themselves to the hospital and ask about and Mr. Elias walks up speaking semi-fluent Peruvian and asks about the body that was brought in last night.
I'll lean into Mr. Elias's before we go in. I'll be like, what you can tell them, that might help kind of gain us entry, is that I'm one of maybe this person's private nurse, and that maybe they had somehow gotten out of my care, and that I'm here to retrieve them. That might hopefully speed some things along.
Roll
maybe.
me a fast talk with disadvantage, please.
Shit. Okay.
Because you're not doing it with the native language.
No. This I would tell Elias to tell people.
Okay,
this.
if that's the case, then
So it's all on
I
him.
would do it. Okay, so I'll do it with him with fast talk normally because he's speaking the local language. Okay, well, while I'm doing that, there you are, Jackson. So it'll be a fast. Would that be persuade or fast talk?
That's a
fast talk, right?
Oh yeah, no, he wants fast talk.
It's fast talk then.
A regular success for Mr. Elias.
Hey!
So you don't understand what's being said, but Mr. Elias gestures to you.
I'll wave at the appropriate gesture. Like, hello.
The receptionist's face goes a little pale and ushers you into a side room. You wait maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and then an orderly comes in to apologize for misplacing the body.
It's been misplaced.
We put it in from Addy, and the person in the mortuary, the mortuary person said they were in the middle. Mortician said they were in the middle of cutting the body up. It reached up, grabbed it, threw our mortician, and walked off.
That doesn't sound like a misplacement. That sounds like someone that was still alive that you tried to cut into.
Sounds like I was drunk as well.
You're not there.
I was there.
You were there?
Yeah.
He did say that he was going to come with.
Okay.
Which is why I had to talk about the husband.
I thought that was in the hotel. My apologies. That's the thing. No blood. Just and then a moment of realization triggers the orderly, and just whispers under his breath, "Cut a city," and runs off screaming.
Damn it! I go. Do you think we can maybe, if you can read the signs? I have a general idea where they would place a mortuary within a hospital, but if you could help with direction of the signs, maybe we can go more towards the source.
Of course.
Maybe track him from there.
Now I track us.
I mean,
all right. In the meantime, while you're doing that, we'll go back to the market. So Alejandro, Sidney, and the magnificent Mentirosa are in a giant, colorful market. The sights, the sounds, the smells of Peruvian food. Everywhere else in Peru has been not dull and drab, but this is made to catch your eye. It is a place where you can assume that you can find anything in the area.
You can look at the Discord channel I posted.
Yep, I saw that. That's what I'm saying.
Ooh.
Bright, colorful, lovely area.
Ooh.
So I just looked. It's fancy.
Yes. Yeah. Hawkers and street vendors there trying to get, especially Sidney and Mentirosa, and just trying to get their attention to buy their wares. So you see one person holding up a few snakes, going, "Buy." Another person with a again a piece of a nice ham hock that he had for breakfast. Says, "Hungry?" And just try to grab that, and then you walk by, and then you have a person selling guns, Joel Smith, and also a medical area as well. Someone selling illustrious, interesting stuff. So you are here, and what would you like to buy? Or what would you like to find first?
Sydney is basically, if she notices the medical kind of section, goes, if you would just give me a moment, I have something to try and purchase from here. I'm not sure if they're going to have it. I'll just be back in a moment.
Of course, you walk up to the medical area. The hawk, the vendor, says, yes, looking for something interesting? We have hashish.
Things.
Mike's cut off a bit there, Eon.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to be looking for two things. She's going to pull out. I'm going to assume because I don't know what's actually inside of. One usually.
Again, speak a bit louder, please. Didn't hear half that.
She asked for 4 syringes of opioids.
A person of exquisite taste. Roll me a.
Picking up for.
Roll me a luck
Picking
roll,
up for an
please.
employer.
Four.
She does-
cannot do. We can do
Okay.
one.
You don't by chance have a second. I'm picking up for my employer who's going to be traveling for many days, and he specifically requested them. Is there another vendor I might be able to go to if you do not? Because he's going to be most cross with me if I don't have them.
So you're trying to push the roll. What would you like to roll instead? You're trying to persuade the person?
I think persuade, that might be a way to do it, yeah.
Okay, yes.
So I'm not necessarily trying to push the roll. This is potentially pushing the roll. She's just more going like, do I have any other options?
They've offered one, and you're trying to get
Okay.
another one. So I would say this is be a persuade or a fast talk. I would say persuade because you are technically getting it for somebody else.
Yep.
And
Oh, darn. Nope.
Spend the luck.
Spend the
I'm not spending 31 luck.
Yes.
One is enough.
I'm sorry, we've already had someone come around the name of Larkin who's bought pretty much everyone's supply. This was just shipped in this morning. I do apologize.
All right. Oh, not a problem at all, dear. I'll see what else I can do. Thank you. And the other one, I'm not sure if you will have this. And she hands it's almost a prescription for it,
Mhm.
but it's the other object I messaged you about.
Secrets.
All right. Roll me a persuade at disadvantage, please. Because you've tried to push a roll.
Okay.
And you failed that push, so this will be at disadvantage, please.
Oh, darn it. That would have been a pass.
You
so-
want to spend 17 luck?
Do it.
It's not that important.
Do it.
All right.
I like how we're always trying to peer pressure each other into spending luck. No, spend the luck. Don't keep
Spend,
it.
no,
Eat it.
spend the luck,
Spend that.
please. means people actually want to donate more. And don't forget to
It's true.
actually donate and give sub and give our people more sanity and luck and checkboxes to
Or-
advance their skill set.
Or if you can't do that, but you're a long-time viewer of the group of the show, you can use your redemptions.
Yes. You can
Cash
definitely use
in.
redemptions. Like, looking at my XP points in here, I've got 78,000.
Yeah, I've got.
78.2.
I'm sitting
It's-
on a small gold mine over here as well.
Yes.
I generally don't allow that for players.
Yeah, no, we don't.
No.
Unless we're rolling really poorly in Pathfinder 2.
It's fair enough. Fair enough. Be like, you need the help.
Speaking from experience, we need help.
Even still, I don't allow it unless I know I'm about to kill you.
Yes. Henceforth,
yeah,
we allow.
Just-
However,
So Sydney's just a curiosity thing. Like, it's more to say, she'd like to grab it if she can, but if she can't, then that's okay.
with that, I'll say no, she can't at the moment. I'm sorry to say.
Alright.
Eyes open up, raises an eyebrow critically at you, passes your item, then non-verbally says, "Go away."
Okay. Pleasure doing business with you. Takes the one syringe and leaves. Well, that was
Okay.
unfortunately a bust. They didn't have what I was looking for.
Yes. So where you're off to now? You've done your medical things. You, again, the sights, the sounds, the smells of the market street, and you hear this loud voice in the background saying, "Guns here! Get your guns here! Freshly imported from England. Get your punch guns. Get your shotguns."
At the
Nice.
statement of punt gun, Sydney's gonna look over at Alejandro and go, "Have you heard of this vendor before?"
No, but it is an open market.
All right. Well, we shall definitely have to get some receipts. I believe, I'm not sure. You're looking for some ammunition, dear? I'm looking for a few extra devices for myself. Like, she's gonna wander over to the gun sales. Not sure if her. I think Rosa was looking for ammo, right?
I was looking for ammo for my 25 damage splitter.
Yeah.
As one does. You know, sometimes you gotta look for that good 21 Derringer round.
Yeah. Although I'm also curious about like, what's the weirdest gun you have?
Oh, that's the punt gun.
Like
That's a punt gun.
a
Yep.
punch gun?
Yeah,
Something
punch gun.
weird?
It shoots fists and it punches people for you.
We're Looney Tunes.
yeah.
Just got
Yeah.
the Boston Glove on it.
We're fully in Looney Tunes. This
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is Space Jam 2 now.
I'm here for it.
So, Yeah.
So for those that
Sydney,
don't know what a
the
punt
head
gun
warmer.
is, a punt gun is essentially a very large shotgun. By very large, about 8 foot long shotgun.
I just posted an image into our Discord for that one.
If you ever want to shoot down 50 waterfowl in one single shot, you use a punt gun. They
Basically,
often weigh upwards of
twice
50,
as tall as me. That
and probably even as heavy because it's about 94 pounds or 40 or 43 kilograms.
So
That's
as
a punt
you
gun.
walk into the market, this old toothy man. Again, since he said fresh from England, you would assume that he has just travelled from England on a boat with his boat full of guns to sell.
How'd he get through customs?
It's Peru.
customs.
You would assume that he has a
yeah.
he has a trading license.
That's our entire thing. How'd you ever get through customs?
Customs?
what I'm
is
going to find
customs?
hilarious is trying to bring the punch gun to some other countries, because I'm pretty sure it's legal in places that the revolver isn't.
It's just a shotgun.
And in England, you can actually walk around with a shotgun, but I don't think you can actually walk around with this without a couple of looks.
Yeah, you're gonna get some eyeballs for that.
And
it's called
if
a
you want to
punch
show,
gun.
Yes.
If you
punt.
want to show the rest of the people what punt gun is, I've just made a handout for that now.
Okay, let's do. That was a quick handout.
Yeah, they're right.
But yeah,
Awesome.
Sidney would probably actually turn to Alejandro with it and go, "Is there anything you're in particular looking for while we're picking things up, or are you gonna do or do you have a list of your own?"
I already brought all of my stuff from the house. So,
Sounds good.
So you see this big giant gun resting on a stand, custom made for it, behind the people. Behind
do
the
not tell Jack. Just
Sorry.
do not tell Jack.
Oh, I was actually going to pick that up, given what we're seeing. I figured it might be useful.
A true BFF buys others punt guns, you know what I'm saying? They don't stand in the way of punt gun progress. They said yes and.
Punt gun
Okay,
and.
look, if I
Yeah.
could at this point, if Jack knew how to use them, I'd be trying to get him a rocket launcher. Sidney is going, oh no.
Just pull the
We're in
trigger.
the emergency
Actually,
planning.
she would turn to Alejandro and go, would this be a little bit damaging to wildlife, your taste? I'm not sure. I don't want to offend any.
You're essentially shooting a cannon.
Yes, but we're hunting or being hunted by rather big game.
You get one shot.
One opportunity.
That's it.
Mom's spaghetti.
Yes, Mom Spaghetti.
You hear this voice in the background yell,
You can-
"Spaghetti, spaghetti!"
Just like Mama used to make it spaghetti, homage, and you feel like it's Italians, right?
Sidney,
Fresh meatballs, made from fresh pork, long pork,
Ooh, mom's spaghetti.
just like Mama used to
Sidney
make.
would go up. Sidney would go up and ask the vendor, just basically, I have a little bit of a longer list. We're going to be going out to the jungle, but I see you have something that a colleague of mine has requested, and I'm curious about the price. That rather large gun behind you, I think, a punch gun?
Oh, the punt gun. Yeah, it's really more. It's not a weapon made for travel. It's made for taking out enemy lines.
I do understand the man is a little bit ridiculous. He thinks we're going to Egypt when we're traveling into the jungle. Mostly just trying to keep them quiet. So I'm curious as to how much it would be. Our employer is rather generous.
Again, I just imagine Larkin, he's gonna get all these receipts. It's gonna be like punt gun.
I didn't say I'd give him ammo for it. I just said I'm getting a punt gun.
Yeah. But I just love the idea.
Heavy ass
Just
thing.
I love
Just
that.
dragging it through the jungle empty.
Very, very useful.
Oh boy.
You know what? I'm willing to bet that's a hell of a club.
And you would, yeah.
Well,
I'm trying to
while-
find
while
any
everyone else
idea
is
about
at the
price.
If I would say just comparative, probably looking at the black market stuff, like a black market Tommy gun.
Well, God, I'll say twice the price of that.
No, I was saying just for a starting point.
Yep.
I meant like treating it like an illegal gun.
Well, for crying out loud, a revolver's $250, or I mean, the automatic 45. So
Yeah, it's $2.50, but
I would say about
Here, I'll load up
$250 then.
uh,
It's his big ticket items. The item
Yeah,
that
it's a big boy.
is a big boy. It'd be
Like,
the
I'm
item
just
that
looking at the
people
picture. It's big.
come in
Pretty
to
nice
see
one.
the size of the oversized novelty gun, and then gets told about how it's used. It's more of a crowd attractor to get into the regular arms.
Fair. Yeah.
But is it,
Yep.
for something like this, $350.
Oh,
It's
right.
not something you normally
Well, thank
see, fortunately. And $10 per shot.
Understandable. I will bring it up with our employer then. But
Okay.
For the other purchases I'm looking to make, however, I was looking to acquire a 45 automatic, if I could.
We do have a special that if you buy 2 45 automatics, you get the other one with 20%
Buy
off.
one, get one free. Go BOGO on your guns.
BOGO.
I will help you with that, Sidney.
All right. I suppose having 3 isn't. I suppose us having 3 guns does not hurt.
Oh,
so yeah, she'll get the 3 automatic.
Yes, I would like to have an extra.
Yes, absolutely. Do you sell ammunition clips as well? Should ask for an ammunition clip if you potentially sell some.
Yeah, ammunition
And
clip
potentially
and a full clip would be sold of every gun, but will be given to you separately, not as a loaded weapon. He's learned his lesson.
No, absolutely. The other thing Sidney would potentially look at is, do you have something like a bandolier? I'm going to be going out into the jungle. I'd like to be able to quickly reload my gun in case of problems.
Would that be a regular item for something like this?
Yeah, that's just a strap with loops on it.
Yeah, that'd be
basically, yeah.
$60.
She's looking.
I've got it. Oh, well, that's the modern cost, so I don't know.
Yeah, so I would assume that would be $10 for bandolier.
Is it $6 modern?
Actually, no, we'll leave it to $6.
Okay.
Because there's no actual 1920s bandolier in the current handout. So yeah, you assume it'll be $6.
Sure.
So you can get yourself pretty much outfitted, and the question is, do you ask for a receipt?
Yes, she is going to ask for a receipt when all is said and done.
Okay.
She's not done yet.
The all-important question. Did you get the receipts, though?
Yes.
Oh.
And the last thing I'm looking for is, do you happen to have a single... Do you happen to have a single shot... Actually, no. Would you happen to have, like, a short shotgun? Like, one that one could hide under... Oh. She's saying it as a sawed-off.
I was going to say...
Trench gun.
Trench gun.
Trench, yeah.
Yeah, it's a trench gun.
Yeah. There's no cost beside it. It is in the book, but there's no cost beside it.
It's the same price as a regular shotgun.
Okay. That might be a bit out of her budget range then, so... I'll see about that later, but... these and 145 and 100... what caliber?
Sorry, what was that one?
She's asking what caliber does Rosa need? I can't remember. The 25 caliber?
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Okay. And 125 caliber, please.
25 caliber.
No, I want 125 caliber. Yeah.
For the sake of expediency, you get everything that you need, so you can mark yourself off as all that stuff. And as you pay for everything, the trench gun is accidentally put into your list, and he just the person gives you a wink and hopes that after buying everything, you might come back for the punt gun.
Punt gun. Could I please get a receipt as well, so I can show my employer?
Of course. And spends the next 5 minutes in very bad chicken scratch handwriting, which, if you look at the writing, it's written in Spanish.
How do you say punt gun in Spanish?
He basically says this dollar amount, or I don't...
You're breaking up again there.
Oh, she would say, I'm not sure our employer speaks Spanish, unfortunately. Can you make sure the dollar amounts are there, and even just a note as to what we're purchasing?
Necesitamos el total de dinero.
Sí. Just makes a bit of a note.
Yeah, thank you very much, Rosa.
Is anyone look at the receipt?
I'm afraid. Definitely.
Okay. Roll me an accounting check, please.
Woo! Finally,
I
that
actually have
accounting
that.
skill.
Oh, darn it! I don't have
come on,
accounting. I have
accounting
everything
check.
else under the A's. Oof. Nope.
I don't think it's gonna cut it.
How many
I ain't
people
gonna
put a
I have
bunch
5
of
accounting.
points into their accounting?
I got all of 5 in accounting, man. Just that standard.
Same.
I said I don't look at.
I mean, I have 55 library use, but honestly, my person isn't an accountant. And I had to run out of points sometime.
So true.
Okay. So you you obtain the receipts. Everything looks fine. It's
Does
not
the
trying to
dollar
cheap-
value on the bottom at least match what I paid him?
You assume so.
How would I not know that?
Because it's a chicken scratch writing. You assume that this is a person who's not normally used to writing receipts.
Okay.
All right.
People come to the open market
Oh.
to buy stuff, not to get receipts for tax reimbursement.
Fair enough. And the only thing Sidney would also like to do is take a very close look at where this stall is in the open market.
Sidney,
And kind of like make note of how to get from here to the hotel.
I believe that you also had something about clubs.
Yes, but I would assume that this is not a place I would buy melee weapons. This person merely advertised guns.
You would assume they would have all sorts of personal
Weapons.
self-care weapons, so there'll be like a couple of batons.
And I
around
would have
as
thought I had to go
well.
to a different store for there, otherwise she would have added on the machete and her club
All right,
to bring back as
a
well.
machete and a club will be added to your thing as well. All right, so while you're doing the rest of your shopping trip,
I would ask the shopkeeper, por favor, ¿cómo se llama usted? What is your name?
Matteo.
Por favor. Just in case, the open market, the stalls aren't the same in the same position every day. We kind of want the name of the person, right, that we bought from, in addition to the location of the stall.
I was not expecting a name.
Quick, on the spot. Go, go, go.
Quick, random name.
Bob.
Jim Bob, please.
Roberto?
Phil.
Richard.
Ricardo?
No, my parents named me Mentirosa, but I go for the bottom of Phil.
Pleasure to meet you, Phil.
Lovely to meet you too.
Okay.
And okay, so while
Like,
you
we need to put the name in chat.
yeah, PHIL. It was that. It was like, need a name. All right, Phil. Phil works. I
Go,
like
go,
Phil.
go, go.
There you go,
Oh.
Phil.
Club.
Oh.
We love the immediate
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Snoozy, you have another 100 bullets in your inventory.
Ooh, okay. Dynamite. I mean, bullets.
Oh,
Good.
That's the other
Dynamite.
thing that we need to purchase. That'll be tomorrow.
Oh, yeah,
That'll
we
be
should get
tomorrow. You can hit the
dynamite.
bank.
Okay,
So
well,
part of
while
the thing for it.
But
the shopping trip is
well-
going, I'll go back to the hospital trip.
while everyone
Yep.
else is doing this, like, as soon as I
Trying to find
asked
the
for
morgue.
his name, I and other people were distracted by, I don't know, whatever they were doing. I started doing this thing that I normally do in markets, where I just sort of half close my eyes and just think, like, what do I need? And a lot of the time I end up in front of stalls that have stuff that are useful to me. So I'm just sort of like running my hand along like textiles and like half looking at things, and wandering around and hoping that I'll get sort of a feeling of when to stop. I don't know if
You're trying to seance, find that good juju.
Well, yeah, I know. It's just a thing that happens a lot of the time. You know.
See what your hand gravitates towards now.
Give me a spot hidden, please.
Oh, my hits good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a occult then, please.
You get a woo and then a woo.
A woo and a woo.
You click it when you succeed. Not when you make the roll. When you succeed a roll, is when you can click the point.
Oh, okay.
But you did succeed that one, because I actually saw that one. So you walk across a, for lack of a better term, a curiosity store.
This is often
And
where
an old wizened woman comes, looks at you. You seeking something, dearie?
I am. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I feel like I just have a hankering for something.
Well, I've got something very special for someone like you.
Oh?
And you see this in front of you. It is like a mask. It's probably about 6 inches, 50 meters square, made of gold. A stylized face, largely made up of blocky geometric shapes, raised from the surface, and is solid with no eye holes. So it's like the bottom part of a face.
Okay. It has a little mouth hole and it's basically flat.
Yeah. And it wraps around the face. Like, you would assume that if you put it over your face, it'll be like a half mask.
Okay. Oh, this is beautiful. Where is this from?
It came Tiquanda or something like that. I'm horrible at pronunciation of names. It is Tiquando. Oh, it's in the description. Actually, no, it's not. So there you go. Tiwanaku. That sounds about right. I'm great with Japanese. I'm horrible with pre-Columbian.
That's Tiwanaku.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Oh, okay. It came from a dig in Tiwanaku. It fell into my hands from a curious foreigner, and a pale white man who needs some money to pay for drugs from an earlier person, and he had to hawk this off. And I bought it for 800 lira. And for you, though, I want you to have this. I think it needs to go to you.
How much?
For you, for free. You've been in the job as long as I have. You'll know when you find the right person for something. And you want to make sure it gets that right person.
Oh.
Do you spend some time examining it before you take it away, or do you leave it there?
I do. I look over it and I see and I look at the front and the back and I see if there's any details or
roll me
writing.
a power check, please.
Power!
There we go.
Power!
Oh man, we're getting something either really great or really terrible right now.
I know.
None of the rest of us could ever touch this. I just want to throw that out there. Just because of the sheer amount of power Snoozy has.
And sanity.
The power and sanity of Snoozy.
I succeeded. I have the power.
She got the power!
Is this a good time to mention that sometimes you need hard or extreme successes to not have consequences? That just
No.
regular isn't enough?
No, don't.
No, the thing is,
Don't mention that.
looking at the thing,
Oh,
if you're
I'm
successful,
not saying for this item, I'm just saying in general.
yeah. I have so many different things I can do to you. It's so much fun.
Mostly going to
How
end
do you
up in a
want
sanity
to?
check.
How do you want to do this, GM?
Que divertido.
Okay. You find you in the moment of a blink, you close your eyes, open them up, and as you look up, your vision is drawn to the sun. And as you look at the sun, it's not hurting your eyes, but the sun goes black. And as you look at the sun, the corona of the sun, you see these tentacles start to wrap around the sun. Tentacles of darkness spread across the sky, consuming the world.
Oh.
And as this all happens in the blink of an eye, and as you open the eyes again, everything's back to normal. Roll me a sanity check, please.
Just blinking. Ooh, she's so sane.
Sane.
Sorry, I have to move something out of the way.
Kind of freaked me out a little bit.
You're lucky I couldn't get to the audio in time.
You lose 6 sanity.
Oh, dang.
6 sanity?
Hard?
I lose 6 sanity?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you do.
Yep.
If you failed, that was going to be a full D12. And I rolled really well on that D12.
Yep.
Okay.
I have information for you guys that might make you a little bit more worried, Snoozy, post-show. That is not spoilery to this game, to this campaign.
Could be worse. Could be losing to
You
D200.
take the item given to you in friendship and you smash on the ground and it shatters.
Easy come, easy go. That's what the kids say.
Doesn't stop the power of the item. The old lady just looks at you, raises her eyebrow critically and says, "Yes, it went to the right person," and starts to close up their store.
Ooh!
What'd she say?
It went to the right person.
Oh, I don't.
Oh boy.
This is fine.
This is fine. This is fine.
This is fine. We're
Is this a
having
fair
fun.
time that Alejandro and my brain's blanking for my own name, Sidney? I can cheat. I can read Phoenix's character name. I just don't have my sheet open right now.
Oh, trust me, I do exactly the same thing sometimes.
100%. Like, I'll be like, oh, okay.
Yep, you can walk into the scene now if you want.
Oh, hello, Rosa. Can I say I also have like the torch from the jeweler at this point?
Yeah.
And we'll need to figure out about the bayonet afterwards, but... Rosa, darling, you wandered off. I managed to get the torch for the gold. Are you alright?
fine.
But
I'm fine.
of course, dear. What's that on the ground in front of you? It looks quite
Don't
lovely.
touch it.
I would suspect that would be a good plan, given that it looks like you threw it on the ground in front of a closed door.
There was a woman here. Anyway, what have you been up to?
Is anyone else looking at the
I'm-
item right now? Would you say Sidney's character is looking at it or going to pick it up?
She looked at it when Rosa said not pick it up. She's looked to see like it's been damaged and going, yes, well, I can probably work on repairing that for you later, dear. It seems to be a lovely golden item that you probably want to keep.
Don't touch it.
I promise I won't. I would advise that we might get, if you don't want it touched, we might want to get a bag to put it in after. There's probably someone around here who sells them. And just a little cloth bag.
I hate to say it, but Alejandro would just, seeing a broken quote-unquote artifact, would bend over and pick it up.
No!
I mean, Sidney wants to. Sidney's just respecting Rosa for saying don't.
Are you examining it or are you just picking it up?
I would first,
It is also in pieces at the moment.
I would be
In
picking up the
two
pieces. Okay, 2 pieces. Then I would look at it and then tuck it away.
All right,
yes.
roll me a power check, please, because you looked at it.
Why did I do this to myself?
You
'Cause you're
knew
playing the
exactly what was
character.
going to happen.
You knew this would happen. I mean, Sidney's
Yeah.
kind of looking around the other vendors and going, just a moment, Alejandro. I'll try and find a...
It's just a piece of an old artifact.
You got
Slightly
lucky.
less
Alejandro.
well.
Actually, no, because I want you to screw with me later. I'm going to burn the luck.
And I like how
Because-
this is, hey, I want you to mess with me. Let me just blow this.
Oh my god.
It sounds like more fun.
It is more fun.
Thank
It
you,
is.
thank you, viewers, for giving us that luck that we're
Yeah,
going to
thank you.
use to hurt ourselves. Apparently,
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, that's, yes.
some items in this game hurt you when you fail your roll. Some only hurt you when you pass your roll.
I
Yep.
would like to, if anyone's going to hurt me, it's going to be me, dang it.
All
me.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's true.
We got 7, so I need to do a random number of 7.
Don't touch it.
You touched
Too
it.
late.
Don't touch it.
Done did touch it.
Don't touch it.
Hey.
Is Sidney going to have to get in this fun afterwards, too?
Yeah, you want to touch it next?
Because she's going to offer to repair it. Well, she's going to offer to repair it.
Don't touch it.
It's going into a pouch as soon as I can.
Don't you have the pillowcase from last night?
Yes, did you keep
No,
that?
the pillowcase got burned.
You take the head out?
So,
Oh,
it's,
that's right,
so it's
you're
no
right,
longer the My
pillowcase.
Pillow.
My pillow, no more.
Only slightly less cursed than an actual My Pillow.
Only by a hair amount.
Again, in the matter of a moment, Alejandro, you see your hand. You move it around. You see trails of starlight come across it. And you see how it's reaching out and touching a large red rock that is warm to the touch. Everything is brightly lit. Next to the rock is a black pit that descends into the depths of the earth. The ground underneath you falls away. And as you open your eyes, you scream. Roll me a sanity check, please.
Because I had to.
Big fail.
The opposite of power.
Uh,
Weak.
Right. Come on, MLP, let's see what it does.
What's a D24? No, I'm just kidding.
I got
Roll
a
that
D20.
D20.
Got a D24.
that's not...
I was actually going to roll D100 for that one. But
Oh,
no,
okay.
it's a D. For this one, it's not as eldritch as it's you fallen, so we roll D6. Either roll minimum or maximum sanity rolls tonight. It's ridiculous.
You just flip a coin. At this point in time, heads,
Yeah.
it's one, tails is the other.
Yeah, you lose one sanity, but as you wake up, you see a claw reach towards you. A cat in the area scratches your ankle as it walks by.
Cat scratch fever.
Sidney, upon hearing Alejandro scream, if he doesn't immediately move to stop her, would like snatch, because she normally wears gloves, would like snatch the pieces of the artifact away and like separate them, purposely not looking at them and holding them like this.
Oh, that's going to be a dex check. No.
Oh,
Nope. You want to do a pose? You gotta roll a hard success or high if you want, Sidney.
I'll try. What did I roll?
You roll.
What do I need for a hard success off of 75? That's
That's 2 successes.
38.
Yeah.
Well, 37 and a half, but...
Yeah, so
that'd be
you
7
wouldn't.
luck points.
Oh?
I could send 7 luck points, so I wanted to succeed, but
You could.
Good.
nah, she's gonna leave with that. I'm assuming Alejandro's gonna like pull it back and just go, okay.
Now, he pulls it to him, and then his other hand goes up to a charm around his neck. And he's looking at the cat.
Alejandro, I would advise that maybe we want to stick that away. We should probably repair it for future, but since it seems to be an artifact potentially of your people, and I do have some restoration skill, but for the time being, perhaps no one should look at that, or they should not leave a bag. That was all I was looking to do, because I have gloves.
And he'll slide it into the pouch on his side.
Sounds like a good plan. Do you have gloves with you by chance?
Yes.
Good. Please. We've seen enough strange things, and all of us have a habit of touching them. I think we should, we'll want to stop in tomorrow and see if we could potentially, obtain some more gloves for the journey ahead.
Okay, with that being said, we can now go to the hospital team trying to find the morgue.
Hospital team on Morgue Hunt. Morgue Hunt 2021. We're here to find where they hide their dead people. So let's do that. I have a general idea. Like I've worked in a hospital. I know where they would typically put one, but I'm kind of leaning on Elias to be able to translate basically if they're directions.
Talk to yourself just to do something.
Okay. I'll be like, so right now we have a body on the run, it seems like, and a panicking staff. Anything else I'm missing?
Grave robbers?
Grave robbers, it's an interesting one. Typically you can't rob yourself from the grave, but apparently we've proven that wrong.
Well, what if maybe they were drunk and like someone came in and it was something else?
I mean, that's always a possibility. It's something that will hopefully the mortician will be able to maybe help illuminate some of what happened. Maybe at least give us a direction or a place to start off with so that we can hunt this person down.
You're planning on setting him on fire?
I mean, it seems that a lot of our problems at the moment can be solved in a very combustible manner.
That is true. I don't know about setting morticians on fire, though.
No, not the mortician.
They might protest.
Not the mortician. We are not setting
You said illuminate.
But I realized what you meant the mortician and not the potentially dead body roaming the area.
But if the body's dead, then it wouldn't be roaming the area.
Well,
it wasn't dead, it was alive. It must have been knocked out.
The other alive body that is roaming the area.
Must have just been
At
knocked
this point, Jackson, Elias just picks up and says, I don't think they look happy if we set everything on fire. How about we just talk to a mortician?
No, I don't want to set the hospital on fire, but I do want to be rid of this undead thing. We're not safe if it's about.
We're not safe at any point. Personally, I think we go talk to Mortician, figure out if they know anything about the body that got up and walked away, and how they did that. And then I think we're going to speak to Larkin because I've got a few words to say to him. That is Screw and you, preferably in that order.
Oh. Well, let us be onwards.
To the Morticians we shall go. So, again,
I'm guessing they're down. Basement?
For the sake of expediency, you, Mr. Elias, it takes you a few minutes to work out exactly where you need to go in the hospital, and you make your way to Mortician. Mortician sees you, sees Mr. Elias. Mr. Elias will ask about the body that was brought in. He just whispers under his voice, Garcia, and closes and locks the door.
Right?
Open that door.
No, give him a second. Let him collect himself. I want to investigate the room, especially is there like the little slab door area is still open? Like, was there a file on the guy maybe still lying around? Like, I want to see if I can find some more information if he's going to hide out in his office for a second.
Yep, you can assume that you make your way to the actual workroom.
Yeah.
And it's left exactly how it was last night, so you can see the medical report that he was writing up. Again, no blood, but white, fat-like substance.
Mm-hmm.
Slightly caustic, starting to actually etch into the stainless steel of the table.
Oh, that is good to know. Okay, that's not great.
Go around looking for alcohol.
You find formaldehyde.
No, see, so I told you he was drinking.
I hope that's not what he was drinking.
It smells strong.
You know that it does. In fact, could you pocket that for me, please?
Are you planning on drinking this too?
No one else is in there, so it won't be a steel roll. It's just put in inventory. I hope no one picks you up on it.
Okay, well then I'll just put it in my inventory then. Yep. I feel like we're going to be pickling a lot of bugs, maggots, parasites. I'm not sure what it is, but I think having something a bit stronger to keep them in for study might, or maybe even killing. Honestly, formaldehyde is pretty flammable. All of the above, honestly.
Shall I give it to the Russian to drink or to use as
No, dear God, please never drink this. I will.
Well, I was going to say, or to use as a cocktail.
No. Straight vodka, I think, would be fine for that. Is there anything in the report? Like, did they identify who it was, or is there?
There's pictures.
Are there pictures?
No, there's no pictures. They can get to that point in the inventory.
Okay.
In the thing. In the words are failing me right now. In the autopsy.
Okay.
I was muted as I tried to give you the word.
That's all right.
If I don't think that there's anything else.
Oh, you would learn that as the person was doing as the mortician was doing their autopsy, you would have learned that they would have written down the physical definition of regeneration.
Interesting.
And how the damage in their body was actually being repaired at a faster rate that he could get it back up, and eventually led to, oh my God, he's alive.
Okay.
Told you, see, I must have just knocked him out.
Yeah,
or someone must have just knocked him out.
Oh, someone must have knocked him out. No, I agree. It's very interesting. Again, I was under the impression that it was maybe these larvae or however we want to identify them. That was the grubs. I was under the impression the grubs were part.
It's an Aboriginal word, witchity.
Witchity.
Witchity grub.
Excuse me, I'm apparently culturally incompetent. Well, the Wichita Grubs.
English.
Yeah. Is apparently, I thought that was part of the, I don't know, a power source, maybe like how they fed through it, and that was maybe like a symbiotic relationship, but apparently I don't think that is quite true.
The Aboriginals eat them all the time, and there's no issue with them.
Yeah,
They eat them live, but they don't like. From memory, I haven't heard of any of them crawling around inside them.
That's why I believe this is more of a parasite than a grub, but who knows?
They might be biting off the heads actually when they eat them. That could be it.
I will start trying to go over to the office that he retreats to and knock on the door. Nothing.
I can kick it open.
An unquietly version of nothing.
Can you say that again?
You normally would expect to hear like office work in there, but you hear nothing at all.
So would this be I want to know what he could be doing back there that makes it so quiet, or I know that he's probably not in a good headspace. Do I feel like he's in danger? Is this a listen roll?
Roll me a listen roll.
Okay.
It's a listen roll, please.
Okay, we'll do listen.
Can I roll psychology?
You can roll psychology.
Let me. You see.
Ooh.
Aveline, hold up a hand. Shh, 1 second, darling, and I'll put my ear up to the door. And
all right, Aveline Baker, you take 2 hit points from the door slamming open.
ah! That's not the first time that's happened. You just see like when the nose is bloodied.
It's funny every single time it does happen.
No.
And out of the room, you see the desiccated corpse of the mortician. It is, again, you haven't seen what happens to a body once everything's been drunk out of it, and this bloated man comes out. You would recognize it as the person from last night. Again, like you saw him the last night, it was gaunt, featureless, but now you assume he put on like 20 or 30 pounds. So he's got like the second chin.
Mm-hmm,
he looks like, for lack of a better term, he gorged himself on the mortician. Jackson is actually reaching up for his gun, and if no one stops him, we'll take a shot at the creature.
And end scene, shall we end here or shall we keep going?
Okay,
no, we'll end here.
Hey guys, kicking off the hospital. Y'all should come to the hospital.
Not the ideal place I wanted to stop it, but I thought, you know what, this works.
We're trying to keep these ones a little bit shorter. I think about 3 hours. I think we've been doing about 3 hours for these.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, so we're a little bit over that now. So yeah, it kind of works. Yeah, that I didn't actually expect in the morgue.
I didn't think it was still in there. I thought it ran away.
It's called Windows. And hidden rooms.
The windows. Use the doors like a human being, you cow series shit.
They're not human beings. That's the question.
Coward.
Yeah, I will say
your mic's off, Eon.
You get one good scream out of me for sure.
Yeah, MLP, you're saying the same thing Sidney's been saying since day one. They're not human. They are trying to kill us. Please stop being mad at me for staying alive.
Oh, I'm not mad. Oh, don't worry about that.
Okay, well.
Did not expect that.
I did not either.
And I was there not really as the bodyguard, but just because I didn't want to go to the market.
He didn't want to go shopping. He's so lazy.
Let someone else do that.
Don't worry. Now you get to do your specialty. Cute things.
Oh man. Yeah. Okay.
I got dinged in
So
the...
here's the book. Here's where I'm taking the story. Woo!
I got dinged in the face with a doorknob.
Yes. Yeah, it's hilarious. I go, well, you know what? Let's have the mortician. No one actually checked on him. No one's trying to get into him. He's alone. What happens to people in this campaign when they're alone?
That's why I was gonna
They
go
get a
check
head put
on
in
him
their
for a second.
put in their bedroom. That's what they happen.
Yeah, you get it. You end
It
up
just
with a
occurred to
head.
me, every episode we finished is ended up with Aveline Baker going crazy,
Traumatized.
head in the bed, and now being whacked in the face with
I got.
a door.
Don't
got-
skip a week, please, Kate.
I know, right? I got pegged in the face with a doorknob. I got a head in my bed when I'm just trying to take a drunk nap, and then I'm being bullied.
Don't take a week off, please.
Oh,
No.
but Phoenix, Eons, and Snoozy's character all had visions. Actually, no.
It's so
Did you
true.
have one, Eon?
Sydney has not had vision. Sydney
No
is just
vision.
fine.
Yet.
Yes. Yet. Wait until you try to repair it.
Oh, absolutely. I want to be alone. I want there to be nobody else around, and I want to be holding an incredibly hot and dangerous item.
Perfect.
You know what? I'll allow it.
Look, I
Alright.
have so many fun ideas for a backup character. Sydney is a blast, but let's be honest.
Always.
He's not going to last through this campaign. I
Let's
am
be
sticking
honest.
through my nose into too many things.
The reason that, as on a channel point of view, we have photos is because we expect our characters to die.
Oh yeah.
So,
It's cheaper to get photos done than new artwork for every new character.
I always. It's so true. Especially what is it? Yeah. It's like
Alright.
what is it? We got high intelligence across the board for a lot of us, so that's already working against us.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
I'm good.
Yeah, you're good. I expect Jack, I expect to see you to the end of the campaign.
Actually,
I don't expect
Honestly, I
that.
find it really sad that Jack's probably going to be the person that has to carry the information to our successor characters,
God.
and he has to tell us why
he'll
we're
get
on
it
the
Single
so
syllable.
wrong.
Yeah.
He
Also-
won't remember any of our names. Oh boy.
because I am a right roll bastard, while you're doing your outros, I just thought of an idea, which I'm just going to quickly mock up. When your DM has an idea during the outros for something,
Oh, God.
Okay, that sounds really fun. And not totally disturbing, and well, it's totally
fine.
disturbing. Let's face it. So this is our third episode, I believe. Yes, we are still alive. We are going most certainly insane. The magnificent Mentirosa went from 92 sanity to 85, I believe. In one session.
I need to get rid of that Santi somehow.
So that's a bit of a drop. That's actually quite a big drop.
You're working in leaps and bounds. The rest of us are just doing slow, gradual paper cuts in the corner.
I will say that that type of thing was thrown at me once in a Call of Cthulhu campaign. The mask in the random market. You only lost 6. I was told to roll 2d100 sanity loss.
Ooh.
Plus, like I'd rolled so little that it, yes, a little bit of insanity, but wasn't a complete wipeout. But yes, masks are bad.
Yes,
Masks are
especially in a
bad.
series called Masks of Nyarlathotep.
You know, I could see that definitely. I could see that.
I'm sorry, I was a little bit of a jerk being like, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
So, I want to say like a massive thank you to all these people here that are so much like spend the luck, spend the luck, spend.
We're a bunch of bullshit peer pressure. Spend it. Just do it. No, it'll be fine. Go for it.
Do it.
I didn't give the old lady a name, but
I was just gonna call her Abuela.
I sent you a picture.
Oh no,
Please.
I actually have a character in mind for this.
Oh, recurring old lady character in every market.
Not old lady perchance, but well worn. All right, so I just grabbed the character, and that's the character that you saw giving you the mirror.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
So we'll do that first. Well,
Okay.
yeah, peer pressure is totally real in this. So we'll do our outros. Snoozy, would you like to do yours first, and we'll go the reverse way from last time?
Snoozy, SnoozyGames, or Super Punch Dance, YouTube, Twitch. I've been playing the magnificent Mentirosa. And one of these days, I'll end up not having enough power, but not today!
Fantastic. Say, Caitlin.
I am Kat. I am Aveline Baker, currently in peril, with a very, very, I would say, satiated individual in front of me, but I'm sure he can make room for more, if so persuaded. I am going to be streaming tomorrow. It's going to be good.
Shock
I know.
horror?
Get it in, kids. I'm actually going to be streaming. I might even upload a video. Who knows? Getting wild on the
Who are you on Unreal, CestCaitlin?
I know, right? Where'd she go? Get him! Don't let him out of the closet! We're gonna be playing a nice little pride-friendly game because it's that time of year. Huh, huh. Gotta celebrate the LGBTs. You know, the LGBTs. So
What time tomorrow?
that's the fun part. I'm thinking.
So
Just follow her. You'll find out eventually. Her phone will give you an alert.
I think at like 2 probably. I'm not busy tomorrow at 2.
and then there's time zones and everything else. Go follow Say Caitlin on Twitch.
Yeah, you'll
get an
find
alert.
Me. Yeah.
She'll only stream for about an hour and a half max.
Yeah.
She said in pre-show like 3 hours. No, not gonna happen.
Not lie.
But very entertaining, great voice work. Highly worth the watch.
We're gonna be seducing a Medusa, so get in on that business.
Of course.
I'm gonna date a snake lady.
Medusa.
A Medusa. I'm a date a snake lady if it's the last thing I do. Gosh darn it. That's my goal for tomorrow. So come join me for that.
Fantastic. I'm gonna skip myself, so we go to Eon.
Hi, my name's Eon. I was playing Sidney, who has managed to spend a lot of money and somehow actually was not the one that had the most bad things happen to her, despite having very bad roll. But you know what? We're going to see what happens in future. You can find me at Young Victory on Twitch, and hopefully eventually I'll be up. But right now I stream weekly on Twitch. So.
Phoenix.
Hi, I am Phoenix, and I have been playing Alejandro Garcia, the man with a plan, and a barbecue pit in his backyard.
With a skull. Human
It's
skull.
the plan. It's the plan I like.
Oh, just bone dust.
It's all in pieces. I hit it with a tire iron a lot.
Yeah,
The best plan.
Good plan.
I have to admit, when I heard about the pillowcase and iron, I went, you know what? There's a great idea, and I can't move the head anymore. Damn you, damn you, damn you.
I did like the rolling away from the tire though. That was great.
That was funny.
And then the comment of rolling uphill or downhill. That was good.
Nope, wasn't having none of that. That was nope, noping out of it.
Nope, and out right now.
MLP.
Hello, I'm MrLiveProducer. I've been your keeper for this evening, and this has been so much fun. It's like using the main storyline as a guideline. They went, oh, this would work. How do I want to futz with these people today? Oh, yes, do all the futz. And yeah, you can catch me on Twitch, where I usually do VR content and game prep and other random stuff on my stream. And if you want to, you can actually join my Discord, where I stream a lot of my MMA combat sports live streaming, which I actually need people to watch my live stream so they can tell me it's broken. So join the Discord, and I will post things when I get there.
Fantastic.
So you actually see that I actually am a producer of random other content.
Yes. We had Syrinscape in the background. Thank you for the donations and the subscriptions, the follows, etc. It makes a world of difference. Thank you, everybody here. This is such a heavy roleplay group, which just makes it so entertaining for me personally, and also as a player, and not just. So I'm loving this. We're going to be raiding. I'm not going to be able to pronounce this. Give me a moment. I will put in chat.
Welcome to my life.
I know you've been doing well with the Spanish. West House. Wessel House.
Wessel House.
Russell House?
Them.
Okay.
Them. Yes.
Muscle House.
We're going to be raiding them. They're playing Masks: A New Generation.
Ooh.
Which I'm a big fan of Masks: A New Generation. Masks is a powered by apocalypse system, which is all about superheroes, but not your typical superheroes. We're talking about superheroes where you've got the golden age of superheroes, the silver age of superheroes. Like, you've got all these generations, and you're the next generation, and they're all trying to tell you what to do and how to do it, and you've got to try to feel your way through it. So it's a really nice system. It's a really great game. So that's who we're going to raid. Spread the love, share the love. We're going to have our outro, and please raid them and say nice things. So thank you, everybody, and thank you, everybody here. This is such a fun game to play, and it's only going to get worse psychologically from this on. Like
3 episodes and no character deaths yet. I'm failing.
I like to think that MrLiveProducer he thinks towards the end of the episode, how can we further imperil Aveline Baker this week so that we have a good leave-off point for next week.
No, my original point was you go and see Larkin.
Sure.
I wasn't expecting to spend so long doing shopping and hospital.
Yeah.
We like to have fun.
Personally, not a big fan of shopping trips, but it was entertaining at least.
Yes.
So let's head off. Thank you, everybody. And tomorrow we are back with the Extinction Curse, with Circus of the Broken Chain, where we have a demon fight and a circus duel.
We'll be that.
So that's going to be interesting.
Very
Yeah.
interesting. To shreds, you say?
Oh,
It's Pathfinder 2E. To shreds, you say?
Ooh.
and on top of that, my outfit's finally arrived.
Oh no.
It's taken 2 months. And it fits, which was quite unexpected. So bye-bye, everybody. Let's go.
Bye.
I'm going to turn this audio down because we have Lorian's.
At night I